showed the flood swallowing up people as they tried to escape. Drone footage from Nepal on Thursday showed the scale of the destruction. I'm Karen Shamas.
An ICE officer charged with shooting a man in Minneapolis and then lying about it has been released from a Texas jail. This after Minnesota's demand for the agent's immediate extradition was rejected by a judge. It's a new weapon to be deployed in the fight against pancreatic cancer.
It's called daraxonrasib with the brand name Rasanq. The daily pills block a mutated protein that fuels tumor growth in more than 90% of pancreatic cancer cases. Patients who got the new treatment live for a median of 13.2 months, compared with 6.7 months for people on chemotherapy. One oncologist says this is not a cure, but it's the best option they've ever had. Pancreatic cancer is among the most deadly forms because it is hard to detect before it starts spreading to other organs. Earlier this year, former Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse described on CBS's 60 Minutes how he had less pain while taking daraxonrasib. Ed Donahue, Washington.
The Dow futures down 120 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085 or biglou.com.
Closing arguments are set to begin in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts mother accused of killing her 3 young children several years ago.
Prosecutors say Ms. Clancy deliberately sent her husband out to get dinner, calculated how long he'd be gone, and used that time to strangle the children before attempting to take her own life. The defense says she was suffering from postpartum psychosis after repeatedly seeking help, reporting suicidal thoughts, and warning that she had considered harming her children. This case has shocked America. Supporters say a seriously ill mother was failed by the medical system. Others argue sympathy for Lindsay Clancy has overshadowed the deaths of the 3 children. A murder conviction would mean life in prison without parole.
The BBC's Shaima Halil. Another tanker attack has been reported in the Strait of Hormuz. The UK Maritime Trade Organization says another oil tanker has been hit by an unknown projectile in that strategic waterway. News and analysis, townhall.com. Judge declines to let Steve Bannon off the hook.
A federal judge has rejected the Justice Department's request to dismiss Trump ally Steve Bannon's criminal conviction, refusing to testify before the congressional committee that investigated a mob's January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. But the order may not be final. U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols ruled that prosecutors failed to properly explain their motivations for seeking the dismissal of Bannon's indictment. However, the judge says the government is free to renew its request. Bannon already served a 4-month prison term after a jury convicted him of contempt of Congress in 2022. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
A Maryland court says a Democrat-friendly redistricting amendment cannot go on the November ballot. Democrats already hold 7 of the state's 8 U.S. House districts. They had hoped to get that 8th seat. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy almost Friday. Thursday, everybody. Yeah, we're almost there.
Yay!
Getting there.
So happy it's Thursday.
I got to ask a question because I don't think it did, but did it rain last night?
No, not even a little. I mean, it was had a nice breeze going. I didn't hear, nor did I see nary a drop or puddle.
Okay, I did get like a notification saying lightning was in my area.
Oh yeah, I got some lightning.
And that was around 9-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of drifted off to sleep shortly thereafter and didn't hear anything or remember anything. I was like, oh, maybe, but so no.
I got to enjoy being up before the sun this morning. We had I don't know if it was a full moon, but it was a blood red moon. It was, I'm not sure if it was a full, but it was full.
Yeah.
And it was like orange or red.
Foolish. It's a bit foolish.
It feels early for us to be hitting another moon phase. I mean, to be back full again, because the month's not even out yet.
Yeah, I'm the last guy to ask about that kind of stuff. I know nothing.
No, I wasn't asking for your knowledge, sir.
I have no idea.
I was more just positing to the cosmos.
It's just a hypothetical,
a general.
Just shooting out there to the breeze.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, very good. Well, happy Thursday.
I do know people that I can ask and probably will later.
Yeah, I mean, there's people. I'm just not one of them.
Okay.
I'm pretty stars kind of guy. I don't know much about this.
I took an astronomy class in college. Completely unnecessary to my degree. I was going for early childhood education, so I didn't really need astronomy.
Right.
But I liked a girl that was in the class, so I took it so I could sit right behind her.
Right.
And
makes sense.
Yeah, right.
It tracks.
Yeah. And I was good for the first 2 classes. Like I was able to fully keep up, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Then we started getting into waxing versus waning phases and percentages of wax versus wane, and I'm like, I'm out. I can't. This class makes no sense to me whatsoever.
You lost me at wane and wax.
Yeah.
Wayne and wax in the morning with
it. You were waxing with Wayne. Wayne's whipping wax.
Wayne's wax, party time.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, back in the day when the name of our position made sense, when we were jockeying discs.
Yes. When there was discs to jockey.
Discs to jockey, yes.
Well, happy Thursday, everybody.
Welcome.
All of you are having a wonderful day. I learned that I'm wrong on something. High school football. Yes. We'll have Roswell High for you tomorrow night on the radio. Mm-hmm. We'll be carrying Roswell High each week on the radio here. You can catch both games on video, ksvptv.com. So Goddard fans, home games, your games, you can catch them tomorrow night at ksvptv.com as they have their home opener. Please make note, the Coyotes are on the road to Canyon, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They are on Texas time.
They are on, Central time.
So that means the game will start an hour earlier.
Pre-game, 5:30, and a kickoff at 6 o'clock.
Yes. So make note. We'll have that. But you can watch it, ksvptv.com. We'll have it here on the radio as well for you. So,
yeah.
But, I learned.
Sounds to me like the 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM team is going to be staying with the Coyotes for the season.
See.
Yes.
Roger that. So that's the update on that one. And, of course, Bulldog fans, you can catch all their action on the radio, not so much here, but in Artesia, 990 AM. And it just doesn't pick up, especially in the evening when we have to power down. But you can watch it, ksvptv.com. In the Bulldog channel there.
I will say, as far as implications on the rest of the season and momentum, That's going to be a game to watch. The Bulldogs versus
Hobbs.
Hobbs. Yeah.
Well, you saw the
slobber knocker
the basketball score that was put up.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's
last Friday night at the Wool Bowl.
I was telling somebody the score, and they were like, "Was that for a football game?"
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah."
It was like a basketball score. Yeah, but yeah. So it should be a interesting game there, and then of course Roswell they're going to play those Friday Night Light schools in Texas tomorrow night.
That's going to be
a big game.
That's definitely going to be one to watch for sure.
Yeah,
because Roswell, I mean, they hit different. Like Art was saying, the quarterback they got, the kid they got for in the QB spot.
Yeah.
He kept saying it like 6 times to the point where I'm like, Art, what are you doing? He's like, well, there's something special about this kid. He's something special. I'm like, okay. I mean, he's good, but I'm very excited to see where the Coyotes go for the rest of the season for sure.
And
it's Coach Lynn too.
So our announcers do a great job at our games, but they're fans also.
Yeah, exactly.
Fans of these kids.
It is really funny when they get into a mode where they both start calling each other coach.
Yeah,
it's like, what do you think, Coach? I don't know, Coach.
You can't walk around that. But when I used to do the games there, and I'd be all there. I imagine it's like a hospital, and we can ask Dr. Andrews here in a minute, but it's like doctor, same thing, coach,
doctor, and doctor.
But yeah, it's kind of like that. So, but we'll have all the football action for you here tomorrow night. Coach. But,
and doctor.
All right, Coach, let's go. Yeah, good job, Coach.
Well,
and Coach is like president, I think. Like, even when you're not a coach no more, they still call you Coach.
Right.
Like, I got to pull back the curtain. Like, when I do the interviews with Britt Cooper, and, of course, he's the athletic director at this point, but he's still always coach to me.
Right.
So I talk to him, Coach, hey, what you doing? I mean, and technically, you know.
So Art's wife is, or at least was, I don't know if she still is, the sideline
trainer,
the sideline trainer, and then basically there to like bandage up and
medical trainer, whatever you call it. Yeah,
sideline medical personnel.
Physician,
I don't think she's a doctor, but I think they do still call her Doc.
Doctor,
like when they call her Doc, can I help me out?
Yeah,
Wrap me up, Doc. So, and then in that house, it's Doc and Coach.
Well, and then I wonder, maybe this might be a Dr. Andrews question.
Yeah.
Like, doctor, you're like a doctor. But like, if you're just the guy that puts Band-Aids on stuff, are you qualified as doc?
Well, no, I think in order to be called doc, you have to have earned your doctorate. That feels, unless of course you're being addressed by Bugs Bunny.
Well,
that is a different scenario.
That's what I was going with it. I mean, I don't know, but we'll work on that. Anyway,
or your last name is Holiday.
Yeah.
Then fully appropriate. I did think it was funny when I had the doctors the doctor in the other day from Eastern.
Yeah.
He was the only one wearing a lab coat, so I was like, "You are the doctor." I just assumed because that's how you get the coat. Like when I worked at the Vision Center in Walmart, I had to wear a white lab coat, and my wife at the time always loved that. She's like, "You always look so official," and I had to wear a tie too. That was the other thing.
Maybe you should just buy a random white coat.
That's what I'm married more.
Oh, here we go.
Did we get an answer to our Pam situation?
No. Art texted me. He goes, she is the athletic trainer.
Athletic trainer.
Yes, they do call her Doc.
See, told you. Yeah,
there you go.
And that was that was from back when I had her in health class in 10th grade. I remember that. So.
I think Doc is just the title. You get Doc. You know, if you're the person who, and that's the one who does in the room, even though they. But that's who you did. You call him Doc.
By the way, good morning, Coach. Doc.
Coach. All right, let me get the hour going.
We should do that.
We do have a full slate for you today. As I alluded there just a few minutes ago, Dr. Mark Andrews is going to join us here from Roswell Medical Clinic in just a few minutes. Talk a little bit about their practice. Of course, if family medicine and beyond, they've got all kinds of different modern treatments to help you out with various things. But we'll talk with Dr. Andrews here in just a few minutes. We'll have the folks from the Pecos Valley Quilters Guild join us here in the 8 o'clock hour. I think they've got some events and things to put on our radar to talk about.
Quilting season.
Yeah, well, it's always quilting season.
That's right.
Quilting.
Quilting knows no season.
Now, is it quilting or quilting?
It's quilting.
Quilting.
Yeah. Well, for the quilting of today, for the hip new generation, We're quilting.
We're quilting.
That's right.
And then in the 9 o'clock hour, Crystal Noble will be back from the Humane Society. Give us an update on pets and cats and dogs and all that, looking for homes, and thrift store update and all that good stuff.
That means I've got bread coming.
Ooh, she bringing bread?
Yeah, I ordered a loaf.
I forgot. I showed my wife the bread thing. I forgot to get a response because I literally texted it and then went about my day. Mm-hmm. But I forgot to follow up on the bread thing. If she,
you should ask around for a next time scenario.
That's right.
And she delivers.
And I kind of I know how to get a hold of her. So, all right, it is 7:16. Let us get you up to date on the weather. If you like hot, more of that. But there is another chance of rain tonight.
The National Championship Air Races return to Roswell, New Mexico. Get your tickets today at airrace.org.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're going up to about 100, and it should stay sunny. We have a little system rolling through overnight that may bring us a few showers or thunderstorms, and we're down around 70 on the low. Right back to sunny weather on Friday, upper 90s to about 100. We're expecting highs near 100 on Saturday, and then we get low 100s on Sunday. Will stay sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 69 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 63%. Winds are out of the northwest at 3 miles per hour. I guess good news is it's not going to be 100. Sunny and hot with a high of 98. So call that a win. Winds will be out of the north at 5 miles per hour. They are talking a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening. The sweet spot between 9 p.m. and midnight. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 70. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that's it for rain that I see for the foreseeable future. For Friday, sunny and hot with a high of 98. Saturday, sunny and hot, 101. Sunday, 102. And looks like next week, a 20% on Tuesday. But yeah, floating around 100, 101. Good hunk of next week at least now as well too. So no changes in the foreseeable future. All right, 7:18. We're going to take about a 2-minute break here, and then we will be joined by Dr. Andrews with Roswell Medical Clinic on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
People are often surprised by what they find here. More expertise than people expect. Advanced technology, board-certified physicians, care you might expect to travel hours for, right here. We've never believed where you live should determine the care you receive. Close to family, close to home. We're here. Artesia General Hospital.
Hey, Brady Sosa here with Richland Motors. Our end of summer truck deals are here. Get 1.9% for 60 months on GMC Sierra 1500s or 0% interest for 60 months on Chevy Silverado 1500s. Or take advantage of our $10,000 off on select Chevy Silverado 1500s. Are you looking to lower your payment? Ask us how you can lease a new Chevy Silverado 1500 for under $600 a month. So run, don't walk to Richland Motors on the corner of 2nd and Sycamore. We're right on the corner, right on the price.
On approved credit, lease eligibility may vary. Expires August 31st. See dealer for details.
Roswell Tire and Appliance will beat Home Depot prices on appliances, and they will beat discount tire prices on tires. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. Listen one more time. Roswell Tire and Appliance will beat Home Depot prices, and they will beat discount tire prices. Come into the store for all the details.
This is why the Maloney of Roswell Tire and Appliance inviting you to shop local and save.
They'll beat Home Depot prices, and they'll beat discount tire prices. 101 South Main. Call 575-213-1362 or go online at RoswellTireandAppliance.com.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Roswell Medical Clinic, Dr. Mark Andrews back with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Glad to have you. Welcome back here. I know with your schedule and things, they usually have you in the office, seeing patients pretty early, so I'm glad you're able to escape to talk to us for a few minutes here. Of course, for folks, first off, if you are looking for a primary care physician facility. Roswell Medical Clinic is always accepting patients. So for you and your whole family, if you're looking for a primary care doctor, Dr. Andrew and his staff can definitely love to see you here. But you're also one of those guys that said, hey, we're here in rural New Mexico, and let's face it, when you want like advanced medicine, you kind of think, all right, where am I going? Albuquerque, Lubbock, El Paso, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. And your clinic's kind of always been on that edge where you say, well, let's see what we can bring here and offer folks these abilities. So you've got several different cutting edge things to help from various different options here. And so people that are dealing with everything from pains to even like brain fog stuff. You guys have cutting edge stuff that can really help folks deal with these kinds of things. So I guess let's kind of start at the beginning. Let's talk about some of like the Emcella stuff and what those benefits can bring. I guess first off, do the general and talk about what the big thing, and then narrow down to some of the things it can do.
Well, what's very different about us is we're practicing functional medicine.
Yes.
Which means my job is to know how things are supposed to function, why they're not functioning correctly in you, and what we need to do to get your body to heal itself.
Gotcha.
That's a whole different attitude. Now, we need to use medicines at times, but I stop more medicines than I start, because I can teach you how to get so healthy you don't need them.
Sure.
And I'll be honest, a little secret, when I first got into medicine for the first 20 years, mm-hmm. I never walked in the room and asked the patient, how are you? That's a dumb question. I don't want to hear the answer. You're going to be crying and whining and complaining because it's not going to be a good answer.
Sure.
Now I ask all the time because the answer is so often, better than I felt in decades. I see things every day doing functional medicine that I used to think had to be a miracle.
Sure.
But our bodies were just designed to heal if we know how not to poison them and hurt them.
And that's where I kind of, the logical side thinks. I mean, it's like if you really, really think about it, the tools and everything are here. I'm not saying there's not a time and a place for medicines and things, depending on things. There always is, but is it always the first thing we should look at? And that's kind of where medicine is gone. And you're kind of saying, whoa, maybe that's not the way to go.
Yeah, we'll use them when you need them for sure. But again, if I can get you so healthy you don't need them, that's obviously optimum.
But like certain things your body does, it's like if it's not properly functioning that way, it may not be something we need to treat medicine. Maybe it's something else we need to change.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start talking first about the Exomine machine.
Gotcha.
Because that's the one that really blew my mind. I remember 20 years ago watching a TV show, and they were using a transcranial magnetic stimulator, and the military did a lot of the early research on this. The government did, and it was a massive, like football type of helmet, but way bigger, full of magnets.
Okay,
and they would, pass magnetic waves through your brain, and they were getting amazing results, improving mental health, depression, anxiety, bipolar, cognitive issues, just mind blowing. Well, over the years, they kept working at it, and they've got it finely tuned. So our Exomind, which is a transcranial magnetic stimulator, these things will cure well over 86% or so of depression.
Really?
And does surprise me on a frequent basis.
Okay.
Because I'll have patients go in, get done. Remember, one was crying.
Right.
I'm like, what happened? What's wrong? Well, this morning I was going to commit suicide. Hadn't told anybody. I did call my therapist and asked for an emergency 7 a.m. session, and then I didn't really want to come in here, but I went ahead and came in, had her first treatment, and she was remarkably better.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mind-blowing. I just talking to a gentleman yesterday who had been demoralized at work. He felt like he was worthless and messing up all the time, obviously pretty depressed, and he was telling me, this is a life changer. Wow. I don't have those feelings anymore.
Interesting.
Then there are surprises. Had a patient of mine with a senile tremor so bad that she couldn't hold a pen at work anymore.
Okay.
One treatment, gone.
Wow.
We had a lady come in who had a stroke some years ago, lost partial vision in one of her eyes, and had facial droop. One treatment, her vision came back and her face wasn't drooping.
Wow.
Those are unexpected. I'm not saying everybody's going to get those results, but it improves blood flow in the brain. And That's often a very good thing.
Now, I'm no medical, and I'm a simple brain kind of guy and stuff. But when you talked about this technology, and the first thing I put in my head was like the image, and it's almost like a Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny type thing where you put this on your head and magnets attract it. It's almost like is the magnets like pulling, just like, all right, we're kind of doing a brake alignment in there and just realigning wherever I mean, that's what I feel like is.
Yeah, they're not as strong as an MRI.
Yeah.
So, for example, we don't have to worry as much about any metal on your body by any means. But it's a whole different thing. You no longer wear a big football helmet.
Okay.
It's a little plate. AI maps your brain in the first session. And then the plate just sits there at the back of your head as you're laying down and listening to happy music. And the treatment takes about 12 minutes or so.
Okay.
And it's been a life changer for a lot of folks.
Wow. Now, I gotta ask. I mean, does it how far can this go with this? Like, all of a sudden you're like, I hate coffee. All of a sudden I like coffee now. I mean, is it going in that direction?
It does. It helps improve impulse control.
Okay.
They accidentally realize, people gamble less.
Okay.
People are breaking other addictions.
Okay.
They did a study and realized people started losing weight after a while. Why? Well, because they were going to the comfort foods less often because they didn't need them. They were just making better, wiser decisions.
Gotcha.
So, there are all sorts of unexpected side effects.
Let's face it, most of the things we put in our body, we do to make ourselves feel better, whether it's drugs or alcohol or food.
That is, in fact, hedonism. And I often have the term go through my mind, you're a hedonistic cream puff. And I love the Stoics because their attitude is, I only put anything in my body that's going to make me bulletproof.
Yeah.
It's going to make me stronger. But that is an issue.
Yeah. But I mean, that's more of a mental health thing than a physical health. I mean, it creates a physical health.
And
but
the beauty of the ExoMind is if you just subconsciously start wanting to make great decisions because now you're engaged in life and excited.
So, I mean, could this technology help in the dementia field and stuff too, or are they using it in that world?
We have definitely seen that it improves cognitive function.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good deal. Like
Absolutely.
I know. Like I talk to the Alzheimer's folks each month. I know through medicine things, we're way closer to finding what we could say maybe a cure or reversal of that at some point. But I didn't know if this kind of technology is involved in some of that.
There are therapies that we use in the clinic, and I can, if people will do them, we can almost guarantee that they'll regain 3 years of mental function.
I would put this way: if I was diagnosed with it, I'm throwing everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all at the wall.
Right. Our hyperbaric chamber is helpful. I've had a number of times when people came into the clinic no longer able to drive themselves.
Wow.
And after the third visit in the hyperbaric chamber, they're now driving again.
Wow.
One gentleman was too weak to get in it by himself. By the third visit, he hops out, grabs my hand, about crushes it because he was a rancher. And he was back to driving. And that's a beautiful thing. Also, some of the dietary modifications will, get you years of mental function back.
Sure.
Not going to say it's cured by any means.
Sure.
But the decline is going to be a lot slower afterwards. And that 3 years is a very precious amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, and this is medicine. We always talk about extending lives, but quality of that life. I want to be alive, but how much do I want to be sitting in a bed? How much?
Right. Absolutely.
Very good. So this is all through the ExoMind treatment program here.
The ExoMind is the transcranial magnetic stimulator.
Okay.
We also have a chair that's called the Umcella. It's a pelvic floor therapy. It too is magnets.
Okay.
I like to think of them as magical magnets. Insurance covers it for urinary incontinence.
Gotcha.
Which, if you've had a child in the past, is a pretty common occurrence.
Sure.
We too have seen miraculous results in that one. Now,
interesting.
It's a short treatment. You sit on the chair. The magnets are doing their thing.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of doing something crazy like 30,000 Kegels.
Wow.
But I've had people get dramatic improvement after just one treatment.
That's
the
great.
average would probably be 5 to 12. But when you've been somebody who, if you laugh or sneeze or anything happens and you're having incontinence issues, this is a life changer.
Yeah.
People are very happy.
Absolutely.
Then there are the unexpected ones again with the magical magnets. I had a gentleman who had a horrific radical prostatectomy that didn't go well, so he had to cath himself throughout the day. one treatment, and he was actually able to urinate a little on his own.
Wow.
And those sorts of stories keep kind of rolling in. So they can do positive things for both male and female body parts.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, this is, again, bringing back quality of life for folks.
Absolutely.
And again, this goes back to the mental health thing, because I would imagine, especially when you're getting older in life and when you lose the ability to do basic things you want to do, you're kind of like, well, what are we doing, Harry? Why am I still hanging around?
Right. If you're no longer having to wear Depends.
Yeah, exactly.
I think probably your outlook's going to improve a little bit,
Exactly.
too.
Your day's going to be a lot better. You feel a lot better. Oh, wow. You're going to want to be around people and do the things you used to do. And that's so cool that we're seeing something as simple as sitting in a chair is reversing, it's almost like those moments for like folks with dental issues or something where they get a new set of teeth and their whole outlook in life changes.
Oh, absolutely.
This is like that kind of stuff for bigger issues or issues that we normally think you couldn't reverse or deal with before.
Yeah.
So.
And typically, honestly, the drugs that doctors can give for the incontinence make you die early and you have Alzheimer's way more often.
Oh, wow.
So here again, there may be people who have got their issue in some degree of control, but I'm shocked how often when I see somebody come in on one of those medicines and I say, did your doctor explain that this causes Alzheimer's? I get a blank stare back.
Yeah.
I'd much rather fix the problem without causing Alzheimer's, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to be honest, at worst, you take the meds and it may not treat your problem, but it creates a lot of side effects.
Right. We actually have quotes from pharmaceutical execs, recordings in their meetings where they were asked, what's your favorite medicine that our company makes? And the answer was, the ones that cause side effects for which we also make other medicines.
Exactly. Where here it's like, okay, maybe your body doesn't respond, but it's not creating side effects of other problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where I'm kind of thinking, this is always a win-win for me. It's like, why try this? It's almost like if you think about buying having a car issue and like you hear a wobble while you drive, and your result is replace the transmission. And that's what I feel like medicine's gone to nowadays. And you're kind of like, wait a minute, maybe we ought to look around first a little bit. And so this is kind of sounds like this is like that kind of medicine. So.
Yes. You want to hear about the third machine?
Yes, please do.
So that's called the Invital, and it's a laser therapy device that helps with pain. Painful joints, painful tendons, back issues. I have a young lady I just saw yesterday with horrible back issues, twisted spine, but the treatments give her relief for a few days.
Okay.
And if we do 3 a week, she has a really good week.
Okay.
Other folks, one treatment, they get dramatic results.
Okay.
Again, this first one I talked about has structural changes that are just, practically irreparable. Shoulders, wrists, backs, hips, etc.
So is this kind of like some people, like some doctors, like the cortisone shots they'll get for like pain? Is this like a alternative to that, or a
definitely
replacement
alternative? Since the cortisone shots make your blood sugar go up and make you fat, and
I'm saying,
weaken your immune system.
Yeah,
but the laser is awesome. It improves blood flow in the area, and you see dramatic healing. I've had very, very good positive feedback.
Like I hear laser therapy, and of course I've had some eye work, eye stuff. So I think of the laser stuff. Is it the same? I mean, obviously doing it, but is it the same sort of kind of tool that does it? Just doing
absolutely.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the eye, they're actually burning and cutting with the laser. We try not to burn and cut people. But if I'm hoping if somebody's body part hurts, they don't have a tattoo over it, because we cannot laser through a tattoo because they're full of metal, and the metal will heat up.
All right. So if you got a sleeve or something, shoulder pain, we might have to do something else.
Yeah, then we get into the next one, which is the hyperbaric chamber.
Gotcha.
Which you're in there at 1.3 atmospheres, breathing pure oxygen, and it shoves a lot more oxygen into your interstitial tissues.
Okay.
And things heal remarkably better that way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of, and this is kind of where we're getting to NFL athletes kind of stuff. We see the guys sleeping in those hyperbaric chambers and at night and things like that. Their own little. You've seen those? I don't know if you've seen.
I've seen them do treatments. I haven't seen them doing them all night long.
Well, I like them. That's the Hard Knock show. Like they'll literally get in these hyperbaric sleeping bags and sleep. I don't know
Well, they're pretty low pressure ones, but it's an amazingly powerful therapy. During COVID, when we had people with dramatic lung issues, they felt awesome when they got in that hyperbaric chamber.
I would imagine.
And definitely would maintain higher oxygen levels for a good long time after they got out.
Well, and again, I'm not but I know enough to know that when your body is getting enough oxygen and your cells and everything are well oxygenated, that is like one of the best immune things you can do to give your body a chance to fight anything with having enough white blood cells. When you've got well oxygenated muscles, I just know enough to know that your body is going to be healthier to fight things. And so this sounds like that's how this kind of works.
Absolutely.
Just keep on doing. So it's kind of like, yes, you need your vitamin C, you need your vitamin D, this is just kind of helping, I guess maybe a direct boost to the cells on some of that kind of stuff kind of thing. So okay. Interesting.
You mentioned vitamins. That's a good thing that we ought to talk about because we have an epidemic right now of horrifically, dangerously, life-threateningly low certain vitamin levels.
Gotcha.
When I do labs on your average 6-year-old, they are so broken. Half of them are already pre-diabetic and half of them have B12 levels so low their brain is shrinking.
Wow.
And I explain to the patients why that's happening, and it's happening to everybody to a degree. With adults, probably a third of them that come in have a B12 level so low their brain is shrinking. And we'll teach them how to heal their gut so they can reabsorb the vitamins appropriately. In the meantime, they'll get a B12 shot once a week until they get well enough to absorb it orally through their GI tract. But you are exhausted when your B12 levels are that low. Your brain shrinks, your spinal cord is shriveling, your nerves are demyelinating, nothing is working well.
Wow.
And I can't remember a time lately when I've had an adult come in who isn't taking massive amounts of vitamins who actually had a good B12 level. And part of the problem is that B12 was one of the first vitamins that scientists learned how to make synthetically.
Okay.
And they didn't know anything at first, but they had a little test to measure it, and they realized that at about 2 under 10, you can't make any more red blood cells, and you're going to die of pernicious anemia. So when asked, well, what should it be? They just went, I don't know, maybe 211 and 911? For no good reason. Decades. And so that's something similar to that is what's going to be on most people's labs in that little right-hand column that you should never call normal or goal. It is a reference range, often an average of the last 10,000 people that lab tested, but more horrifically in this sense, a really, really bad reference range. And most doctors have no clue what a good B12 level should be. But decades passed and somebody invented a CAT scanner and then later another guy an MRI machine and they were scanning brains and they realized, oh my goodness, when your B12 level hits 400, your brain is shrinking, nerves are demyelinating, spinal cord is shriveling, and horrible things can happen. And then nobody told most of the doctors, and at least if they did, they didn't pay attention. So that's been a huge life changer for folks as we teach them how to actually heal their gut up enough that they can absorb the vitamins.
Wow.
Vitamin D levels, we have a pandemic of low vitamin D levels.
Wow.
And as it turns out, Roundup blocks your body's ability to make vitamin D. And so for quite a while when I moved to Roswell and we started doing functional medicine and checking vitamin D levels every 3 months, I was blown away. I had never seen such low vitamin D levels in my life, although let's be honest, most doctors don't check. But my migrant laborers would come in, they're in the sun all day long.
You'd think that wouldn't be a problem.
You would think, but their level was 7 and it should be between 60 and 100. And of course I was doing research and everybody with a keyboard on the internet was, oh, that's because they're using sunscreen or not in the sun enough. I'm like, no, neither of those are true. And so finally, many years ago, I came across an article that explained that Roundup, and we've sprayed more in North America than the rest of the world combined, blocks your body's ability to make vitamin D. It also was developed as an antibiotic, so it's decimated our gut biomes. And then lastly, unfortunately, it stays in your body, and if you ever eat what's called a lectin, a particularly inflammatory thing found in a lot of foods, then you secrete a hormone called zonulin. And zonulin gives you leaky gut and leaky brain. And that again leads to anxiety, depression, bipolar, and schizophrenia.
Wow.
So we do a lot of, our labs are in things like unlike people have ever had before. And we have a way to get it for folks so it doesn't really cost them. So I always am a little bit sad if I meet anybody who hasn't come and had our labs done because you learn amazing things. somewhere between 40 to 50% of the population has an MTHFR genetic mutation, which means you can't detoxify. You can't make neurotransmitters very well and don't make energy in your mitochondria very well. You need the active form of what people call folate or folic acid. Folic acid's horrible, evil, synthetic, and should never be in anything you take. But that 5-O-methyl tetrahydrofolate, that all of a sudden allows your cells to make energy and your body to detox. And we'll be able to tell that too with the labs. And that was a life changer for me when I finally found out I had that mutation.
Interesting. And I mean, it's kind of eye-opening when you think, because yes, we all are told this, and I don't know, I've grown up in an age, I'm in my 53 now, and so, I grew up the Ford food groups. It just like feels like every aspect of my life growing up, they've told me one thing, and years later, like, well, and so I get to this, I'm like, well, of course, I'm like, well, of course this is, but, and so, so is it, are we just, I mean, obviously coming to see you, and maybe let's start this process, and let's do our labs, and let's see where the ball's rolling forever. If you're dealing, even if you're not feeling bad, let's just get check. And I got to be honest, and this is again me in my 50s. What I know now in my 50s, I wish I knew in my 20s, kind of thing. And so to learn these kinds of things in your 20s and to be on top of it, and I know now in your 20s. You think you're indestructible. You can eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want, do whatever you want, and it makes no effect on you. And yes, you heal quicker now, but it will catch up with you.
We are breaking the kids earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
I told you half the 6-year-olds are pre-diabetic and have a shrinking brain.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, I'll have a kid who's been eating the way mom and dad do because we train them, but then they go to college and they break, and they bring them back saying they're practically not functioning. They're depressed, they're exhausted, they can't study, they're flunking. We check the labs, and oh my goodness, that B12 level is 250. Blood sugars are going up, inflammation levels are going through the roof, and yet we fix that, and back they go, and hopefully then they stick with it, and they're on a much better trajectory.
Oh, and I'm just curious, just opinion, because we're technology in and of itself has also shifted us, and what I mean by that is when I was a kid, when you were a kid, you were probably outside playing. You were running around, playing whatever it is, playing sports, or in the woods, whatever. You were outside. You probably were in front of a TV, a screen time, and maybe in the evenings, or you weren't out. And that's not the world we live in today. And I know physical activity allows you to do, it gives you the freedom to enjoy other things. You want to eat something bad, but it tastes good. Working out gives you the tool to overcome those kind of things. And if with kids not having an athletic upbringing that we all did, even by accident, I feel like that contributes to some of it.
It sure does. Yeah, kids are way more sedentary.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think your body, if you grow up athletic and you become less athletic, I'm not saying it's good for your body, but it's where someone who didn't grow up athletic, and then I just think you're going to have a healthier body if you were athletic younger. Your body's going to be better equipped to fight whatever you're doing to it later on.
I hear you. Absolutely. Yep.
That makes sense. So we got about 5 more minutes here. So is there any other information that we want to make sure that you got out there that we may not have had a chance to cover yet?
Yeah. Come talk to us about peptides.
Okay.
We have an amazing diet coach that can help with weight loss.
Okay.
Things like Ozempic and Mounjaro, what people call GLPs.
The GLPs,
are peptides, in fact. And yet, I'll be honest, when we use them with our patients, we do it correctly, and we can see some pretty amazing things, and we try to keep the doses real low. And there again, you'll see people with, less struggles with addiction and alcoholism and, gambling, et cetera. They make you live longer with less heart attacks and strokes. But if you're using them correctly, but when I have a patient transfer to us, usually it has been a horrific train wreck. Because, and I'll start my visits with, I apologize, but everything you think you know about nutrition was a lie, and the first lie was calorie math. You've been taught that if you want to lose weight, you just eat less and less and exercise more and more and join a gym. and that will lower your metabolism for most people, and you will spend the rest of your life getting fatter and fatter on fewer and fewer calories. And these people will come to me on massive doses of a GLP-1, and they're eating 900 calories a day, and the weight loss has stopped. And the minute they come off the med, the weight gain just goes crazy.
Sure.
So we can help you do it correctly and protect your metabolism and keep it spinning. There again, I'll say a lot of people don't do the correct thyroid tests. And so there are a lot of people running around out there hypothyroid and they don't know it. So optimizing people is what we're all about. Optimize that thyroid, optimize your hormones. And you were meant to, I think, personally, keep great hormone levels until the day you die if you can. And the medical profession killed tens of millions of people by using synthetic, really horrible hormones in the past. And so they obviously felt badly about that, and women have been told for years, quit whining, just, hormones aren't good for you, deal with menopause. The powers that be are now coming out going, guys, you got it wrong. The bioidentical hormones are awesome. You need to be using them. And honestly, most doctors aren't paying attention. And so we use bioidentical hormones, and people get their life back. You get less heart attacks and strokes, less Alzheimer's, less Parkinson's, better muscle retention, better bone density, better mood, better libido if that's a problem. Better energy levels is huge.
Sure.
And people just come back saying, I got my life back.
Yeah.
So all sorts of things we can do to definitely improve life. Fibromyalgia. People are told there's nothing to do about it. Or take a medicine that I won't mention that happens to cause Alzheimer's.
Sure.
And we can reverse it. I can explain why it happens and what you need to do for it to go away. I could go on and on.
Absolutely. I'm just sitting here thinking, it's like, I feel like doctors, it's one of these things where, you should want to go to the doctor and come out thinking you want to feel better. And it's like, okay, the numbers saying better, but do I feel better?
Yeah. I'll tell you one quick story before we're done about functional medicine. I'll tell the patients, whether it's me or Dr. Hyman from the Cleveland Clinic, anybody who does functional medicine usually has the same story.
Yeah.
We practice traditional medicine because everything they taught us in medical school, I'm sure, was brilliant.
Sure.
I do remember the day they said half of what we're teaching you is probably going to turn out to be wrong, but we're not sure which half. But then after that, if you ever questioned it, you were a heretic and needed to lose your medical license.
Yeah.
But at some point, we break. And then we do what we're supposed to do, and we get sicker and fatter and in more pain and more pathetic. So we do it better and harder, and we just get sicker and fatter. And then we realize, oh my goodness, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought my patients, I gave them wonderful, brilliant advice that I was taught in medical school. They always got worse. And I assumed that they were just liars because they told me they're doing what I told them to do, but they never got better in any significant ways, right? And then I realized, oh no, they probably were doing it. It was just really horrible advice.
Yeah.
And so now we can, like I said before earlier, I'll just kind of wrap it up by saying we'll see things every day that I thought used to be miracles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
God designed us to heal.
Well, if you've been listening and you're thinking, man, they're checking a lot of boxes I'm dealing with right now, please give Roswell Medical Clinic a call. You can reach out 575-623-3311. Again, that's 575-623-3311. You can come by their office, 111 West Hobbs here in Roswell. And of course, if you're driving, miss all any of this, you can easily Google Roswell Medical Clinic online, and all that information will pop right up. But there, you can go make an appointment. Say, hey, I heard Dr. Andrews on the radio. I'm thinking I'd like to talk to him and set an appointment, and let's do some lab work, and let's see where he can start doing his hunting on what's going wrong with me.
Yep. And a lot of folks with the depression that magnet might help.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm even thinking it sounds like it might be just good maintenance of some stuff maybe, or potential for some of that too. So, Doctor, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I appreciate it, and I look forward to our next conversation down the road here.
Very good.
Excellent.
Good to see you, Mike.
Take care. All right, it is closing in on 7:50. Let's pause for news, your Kim Commando update, and commercial break as well. Don't go away.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Still photos and video from the scene almost defy description. A towering wall of water, a mountain of mud and debris engulfing communities along the China border, swallowing up people and property in a flash. The death toll, at least 353. 25 years after the 9/11 attacks, a military judge has set a trial date for alleged terrorist mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. The trial set to begin June 5th of 2028. That's 18 months later than the start that prosecutors had been asking for. Closing arguments set to begin in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts mother, accused of strangling her 3 young children several years ago. She has entered a not guilty plea. On Wall Street, the opening bell is sounding. Stocks starting off the day mixed. More details, srnnews.com.
You saw the headlines. Meta settled. The case 29 state attorneys general built against Facebook and Instagram over before the jury ever ruled. The number is $18 billion. It sounds enormous. I'm Kim Commando for WebRoot. Back to school means more time online. Help protect your family's devices with WebRoot Essentials. Save 62% at webroot.com/Kim. Here's what that number is. Paid in installments over 10 years against revenue north of $200 billion a year, roughly 1% of what the company's worth. And Meta admitted no wrongdoing. You want to know how badly it stung? Meta's stock went up on the news. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. The states did win real changes, blocking access at night, age checks, an outside auditor. I hope those hold. But there's no question in my mind that Meta knew exactly what it was doing to 2 generations of children and kept doing it. $18 billion over a decade isn't a punishment. It's a line item. Until that changes, the damage continues. Learn more at getkim.com. It's the first week of school. Your kid gets an email. Your assignment didn't upload. Click here to resubmit. It looks real. It isn't. An AI bot wrote it and coded it perfectly. Cyber criminals are using AI to crank out phishing emails, fake websites, and scam texts. So convincing, even adults fall for them. And kids click so fast. One wrong click can infect every device in your home. That's why my family runs WebRoot Essentials. One subscription covers PCs, Macs, smartphones, tablets, and Chromebooks. Its Web Threat Shield blocks dangerous sites before anyone can click, and threats get quarantined in the cloud, away from your devices. WebRoot also scans 6 times faster and takes up 33 times less space, so that expensive new laptop stays fast. The backpack's packed, now lock down the laptop. My listeners get 62% off. Plans start at just $19 a year. Go to webroot.com/Kim. Webroot.com/Kim. That's webroot.com/Kim. I use it, and you should too.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're going up to about 100, and it should stay sunny. We have a little system rolling through overnight that may bring us a few showers or thunderstorms, and we're down around 70 on the low. Right back to sunny weather on Friday, upper 90s to about 100. We're expecting highs near 100 on Saturday, and then we get low 100s on Sunday. We'll stay sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales. A former division rival who now wears a star on his helmet reacts to his first training camp practices in front of the home crowd. Find out who's now a true blue convert right after this.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas, and Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Game on, and so is SWBC. We've got home loan options tailored to fit your needs. Need a partner for payroll, HR, and employee benefits? Done. And whether it's time to grow your business or buy a new home, our team is right there in your corner because SWBC is your partner for your family, for your business, for your wins. Forward together. Visit SWBC.com. SWBC Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 9741. Check licensing at www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
Cowboys training camp is now officially in the rearview mirror after last night's second and final practice in front of fans here at the Star in Frisco. Now it's on to tomorrow night's preseason game, roster cuts over the weekend, then prepping for the regular season opener in New York. These past 2 nights of practice were an eye-opener to former Washington Commanders quarterback Sam Howell, who joined the Cowboys this offseason.
It's been awesome. You know, you can tell it's different here with the Cowboys. And, you know, whenever the gates open, I peek my head in here and the stadium was full. So they take it serious down here, and it's a fun thing to be a part of.
Howell and Joe Milton are competing to be number 2 on the depth chart behind Dak, but Coach Schottenheimer hasn't said yet which one will get the start tomorrow night hosting the Saints. With the Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. The U.S. stock market drifted through a quiet day of trading after a report said inflation last month was worse than economists expected. The main inflation gauge used by the Federal Reserve to set U.S. interest rates rose at an elevated rate in July, pushing the central bank a step closer to a vote to raise the interest rates in 3 weeks. The so-called PCE index rose 0.2% last month, the government reported Wednesday, higher than the 0.1% forecast. Meta has agreed to pay $17 billion and add stronger child safety measures to its Facebook and Instagram platforms as part of a landmark legal settlement that ended a trial over teen social media addiction and settled claims filed by 47 states. President Donald Trump is considering reviewing beef processing regulations after criticism that existing USDA oversight hurts small ranchers and favors 4 dominant firms controlling 85% of U.S. meatpacking. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
School is back in session, but summer rolls on, and Roswell Nissan is wrapping up the summertime season with some serious savings. Get 2.9% APR for up to 72 months on the all-new Nissan Armada, or score an unbelievable 0% for up to 60 months on the all-new 2026 Nissan Pathfinder, Murano, or Rogue. Bring in your trade. It's probably worth more than you bargained for. Say so long to summer behind the wheel of your next new vehicle. The end of summer savings event on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Needs healing at some point. We live in a fallen world, and because of that, our bodies and our spirits break physically, but also mentally and spiritually. In Psalm 147, the writer states that the Lord heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I think what he's trying to say is the Lord cares about our health. He can heal what hurts, restore what's broken, and bring peace to our hearts. In any kind of pain, God can be your healer. Pray for healing, both physical and even more importantly, spiritual. I often pray a prayer over people that goes like this: Lord, I call on you today, asking for your healing touch. Bless this body with strength. Bless this body with peace. Bless this heart with hope. Remove every fear, every weakness, and every sickness that's disturbing this life, and let your healing power flow through them. Restore what's tired, strengthen what's weak, and calm what's anxious. I believe that's a prayer all of us should be praying over each other because God cares about our health.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
If severe shoulder, hip, knee, or foot pain is interfering with your active life, turn to the orthopedic and podiatric specialists at Eastern New Mexico Medical Group. We provide a range of services from pain management to total joint replacement, plus specialized foot and ankle care. To find out more about treatment options, take our free joint pain assessment or watch our online seminar. Visit RoswellOrthoCare.com. That's RoswellOrthoCare.com.
You thought it was loving to do this.
Want to come back to my place?
Which resulted in this. What is loving is paying your child support. To support them. Do the loving thing and pay your child support today.
Payment processed. Payment received.
Contact the Child Support Services Division and meet your monthly obligation for your children. Visit yes.nm.gov or call 1-800-283-4465. Brought to you by the HCA, the NMBA, and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits or the astronauts? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:59. We're closing in on 8 o'clock here. Town Hall News coming up here in just a few seconds. Stay tuned next hour. Around 8:15 or so, we'll have the folks from the Pecos Valley Quilters Guild join us here. Give us an update on some events, things they've got coming up here as well. And then, of course, don't forget, in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have Crystal Noble join us with the Roswell Humane Society. Give us an update on dogs and cats looking for homes. Thrift store, if you they always got deals and things going on now. We're, believe it or not, start talking about holidays and stuff soon. So I know it's August, but you're getting there, so it's coming. But we'll talk all that in the 9 o'clock hour. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. The scene almost defies description. A towering wall of water, amount mud and debris engulfing communities along the Nepal-Tibet border, swallowing up people and property in a flash. The BBC's Benita Dahal says search and recovery efforts are underway amid very harsh conditions.
Were used to search for people and deliver help. Rescue and relief teams are working from bases in Dhunche and Nuakot to worst-hit districts. A BBC reporter from the affected area says there is no electricity, no road access and no internet. 5 trucks carrying relief supplies have already been sent, with more aid on the way. The United States, China, the European Union and India have also offered help.
The death toll, at least 353. Authorities say the collapse of a glacier triggered that catastrophe. Alleged 9/11 lead plotter Khalid Sheikh Mohammed scheduled to stand trial June 2028.
The announcement comes just weeks before the 25th anniversary of the most lethal foreign attack on U.S. soil in our nation's 250-year history. The New York Post reports, quote, the mastermind of the 9/11 attacks and 3 other terrorists held at Guantanamo Bay will finally stand trial in 2028, a military judge ruled Wednesday. Government prosecutors requested a January 2027 trial, but the judge rejected that bid and set it for June 5, 2028, citing a slew of pretrial rulings the court needs to make before the proceedings start. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
Closing arguments getting underway in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy. She's the Massachusetts mother accused of strangling her 3 young children several years ago. She has pleaded not guilty. On Wall Street, stocks have turned mixed. In early trading, the Dow is down about 9 points, while the Nasdaq is 244 points higher, and the S&P is up 28. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Full speed into summer, and if you're thinking about buying a home this year, here's what you need to do first. Get pre-qualified, not once you found the house, now before you even start looking. Here's why. In this market, houses sell in days, sometimes hours. The buyers who win aren't the ones with the highest offer. They're the ones already approved, ready to move, with a lender who can actually close. If you're not pre-qualified, you're a week behind. Maybe that house is gone. Well, I want to tell you about Fellowship Home Loans. For over 20 years, my friends Mike and Brian, guys that I've worked with, they've built Fellowship around one thing, getting loans done for real families with unique situations. They use programs and options that typical lenders don't take the time to explore. Down payment solutions that fit the way people actually live. Everything's done in-house, one roof, one team. All fellowshiploans.com/Mike B. Call 800-5-MIKE. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
There is a move to name an airport after the late Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton fans circulating a petition to rename Nashville International Airport to Dolly Parton International. Dolly was born east of Knoxville and became a megastar in Nashville, where she lived for most of her life. Fellow country music singer Sheryl Crow endorsing the movement, along with Tennessee State Representative Todd Warner, who says he also supports the idea and will promote a bill to make the name change.
Correspondent Laura Winters. China's foreign minister says his country and the U.S. need to overcome obstacles between them ahead of an expected September summit between Presidents Trump and Xi. Wang Yi met U.S. Ambassador to China David Perdue this week. The Chinese state broadcaster reports he called on both sides to focus on a positive agenda, manage differences, remove interference, and overcome obstacles to high-level exchanges. News and analysis at townhall.com. In communities large and small, all around the country, one manifestation of the AI boom is kicking up a storm of controversy, forcing politicians to sit up and take notice.
In the small Nebraska village of Murdoch, now paused plans for 2 potential data centers have sparked the kinds of debates that have raged in cities and towns across the country. And those debates often cut across ideological lines. Some see job opportunities that can help the U.S. compete with China in technology. Others worry about losing farmland and the high amounts of electricity and water needed to power those centers. Keith Peters, Washington.
Strong demand for NVIDIA's high-end artificial intelligence chips, boosting the company's bottom line in a big way. NVIDIA's latest quarterly results blew the doors off Wall Street's expectations. Company reporting a net income topping $59.5 billion. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the
wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2
of the Deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Welcome, one and all.
Yeah. I was looking at something online here right before we went on air, and of course with Dolly's passing, there's a lot of stuff talking about Dolly and specials and what have you. But this was a clip, some interview she had done in the past. I didn't really pay attention, but it got me kind of thinking. Of course, her husband, who he passed.
He passed about 6 months ago. Actually.
Yeah. And of course, he was never.
Maybe it was last year.
A year ago, it was something. Yeah. But he was never in the limelight. He never. And this was kind of the interview.
I know the interview you're talking about. I believe. Go ahead.
And it's basically saying, and she gives a story saying that she was. I think it was like in '69. She was like her first Grammy or whatever, and nice. she begged him to come to the ceremony, and so he went. And like soon as it was over, he like took off his tux and was like, never. He goes, "I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I want you to do great, but never asked me to do one of those things again." And like ever since, she's kept him private. Which begs the question, like, what did he do? Like, I know he didn't have to do anything because Dolly's, but like,
honestly,
how did he fulfill his life?
I don't. Other than I've never really done a lot of research on him.
Yeah,
that wasn't the clip I thought you were going to be talking about. But that's, I'm not really sure. Like what I imagine he was some type of farmhand when they met, because again, that's Dolly's whole upbringing and lifestyle and story is from abject poverty to where she was. So I'm guessing he was like a farmhand, maybe on her dad's ranch or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just got me thinking. It's like, well, what is he like? Did he handle behind the scenes business stuff? Did he legit just be a trophy husband? I don't know. What did he do?
I'm actually not real sure. What did Dolly's husband do? I'm trusting the AI. Okay.
And literally, I just saw the thing.
He owned and operated an asphalt road paving business in Nashville, Tennessee. His name was Carl Dean.
Okay, yeah.
So he preferred hard work and a quiet routine over the public eye.
So he spent his days basically doing driveways and roads and stuff.
The interview I thought you were going to talk about or bring up. She was once asked, "What's your and your husband's secret to a long and happy marriage?"
Okay.
And her answer, distance. She said, "We rarely, if ever, have a chance to be together, and it makes those times extra special."
Gotcha.
Because I'm on the road and I have all these business ventures and he's got his own thing. Distance. She said the fact that we have a chance to go off and be our own people is what keeps us happy. And I thought that was the best answer I've ever heard. Sure, you want to find that person that you can walk together down the road of life with. Or you could find that person you could be like, "Hey, peace out. I'm going to go do me for 6 months. When I come back, we're going to get hot and heavy." You know what I'm saying? I respect that. That's something that's a very Dolly mindset.
Yeah. And I personally, based on my own experience, prefer a little more yin and yang. I mean, I'm not saying she's not wrong.
You guys have shows together. It's different.
Yeah.
Like you guys, I've actually mentioned this before. I'm like, it's very weird to see how much Mike and Kim like each other. Like, You look at most married, even the ones who've like stood the test of time, they tolerate each other. You guys like each other.
Yeah.
You guys like each other's company.
Well, yeah,
and that's a cool thing.
And we have a great marriage. I'm very proud of my marriage and love my wife dearly. And
as well, you should. And you should be. I mean,
but I would say that when it's just us at home, we're pretty quiet. Yeah. We're pretty like. I'll be honest. There's most nights we're just sitting there watching TV, and sometimes she's on her phone, and we may say 7 words to each other in that 2-hour span we're sitting there.
But you're together, and that's kind of
how the thing. But and I got to be honest, I mean, we're so creature of habit. We get home, and about within 20 minutes of me being home, and she's been home. What do you want to do for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you want to do for dinner tonight?
The eternal struggle.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Now, the one difference is we don't have kids. So we don't have the add-in, all right, we got to, we don't, it's a different level where most parents are like, well, just eat whatever you get the kids to eat and we'll go. Whereas Kim and I don't have that battle. It's like, I want Mexican food. I'm tired of Mexican food. Can we get something here? And so
it makes it a lot more a playful battle than I want to murder someone in my family.
And it does help that my wife and I share similar interests in our, and I'm not talking about movies or things, but just like lifestyle interests. Like I'm not a partier. Kim's not a partier. So neither one of us feel like we're neglected because we're not out.
Yeah.
Out every night doing
or whatever.
We kind of are homebody type.
You're
people.
Missing out. You don't.
We're both a little introverted.
You don't get the FOMO like most people.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I am introverted, folks. Despite how I talk on the radio and how I am in my own.
Yeah, here in the
personal
box,
life, I'm pretty
here in the box, we are free to express ourselves the way we see fit. But out there in the world, I want to make eye contact.
I'm pretty introverted, but anyway, and so we're both. So that's the key. You can't, if one person is the partier one, it's going to be tough to. You're going to have to pull the Dolly style marriage, which is probably what it sounds like. Because Dolly sounds like she's always been that bubbly person, and she's always gonna be where this guy seems like, he's like, I love all that, but I got to get away and be quiet.
Well, I mean, it's also got to be just
everything,
a really cool notch in the guy's belt that he's like, I'm calm, cool, and collected, and I am married to Dolly freaking Parton. Like there's got to be like that back of the mindset, like
right. But I wonder how much
I did good.
Like did it hurt? Like if he. Because it sounds like he had his own business, his asphalt business or whatever there. And I wonder if in the long run that hurt it or helped it. I wouldn't know, because part of me thinks if people knew that, that's Dolly's husband, this guy don't need this job. He's set for life.
Right.
And they're always trying to juice him for discounts. It's like, what do you don't need to make money.
Well, I could say this. They didn't. She kept her stage name for her entire life.
Yeah.
So his name was Carl Dean.
So maybe most
he was
people
able
just
to keep his distance.
But I imagine people had to know. Like people.
Well, I'm sure
people that lived in the area, like, oh yeah, Dean's Paving is Dolly's husband. He goes home at night to Dollywood or wherever she lives. You
know how the shop is. Like they have like pictures up. You gotta imagine he had an autographed photo of Dolly Parton, like a headshot or something. Like, just do me this one favor. Right. It'll look really cool when Bill comes over to pay.
So I'd be very curious, like what that was like in his own. I want to know the Carl Dean story now.
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Because this isn't Dolly's style, I don't think we'll ever actually get the answer to the question. But I would have loved if the last 6 months she just documented, just did documentary or the last year, because Carl passed away I think 7 or 8 months ago.
Yeah.
So just to have those last few moments of what that was like. I mean, I'm sure that because she was also going through it in the behind the scenes too.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, this of course with the cancer thing that she's she kept on the DL here for several, at least 6 months now or whatever.
From what I gather, it was a very short battle.
Well, when she went on back in May, doing her thing, I think that's when she was diagnosed. I think.
And only a few people in her party
around that time.
And now, and I feel like still this is obviously too soon, but right now there's a lot of scuttlebutt about her estate because she didn't have any kids, and she doesn't have any really surviving family members. So what's going to happen to that? And a lot of people are saying, it just mostly needs to be if not used to maintain her legacy and, like a museum or some type of home, that estate needs to have its nest egg, but a good portion of it needs to be put back into Dolly's imagination libraries and her charitable work.
Yeah. This is something that's kind of interesting. And I know I've experienced this firsthand, but it is a thing. Because, like you said, her husband passed here, a year ago or whatever.
Right.
It is very common for the spouse of the other person to pass within a year or so.
Oh, so it's an actual medical condition.
Yeah.
It's called, the exact term is Takotsubo cardiomyopathy.
Yeah.
It's literally broken heart syndrome.
Well, and here's the deal. My grandfather, he died of Parkinson's, and his health went, drastically down in the through that thing. My grandmother, when she, after my grandfather passed, my grandmother was fit as a fiddle for a lady in her 70s. She was, I think, 78, late 70s. She was fit as a fiddle. She literally just to prove a point. She didn't do it to prove a point, but to prove my point, she a couple years prior had fallen on the steps and broke her hip, and that is a lot of times a death sentence for an elderly person to break a hip. She made a full recovery and was good to go and had little to zero side effects from that.
Oh, wow.
She was just, but my point is she was fit as a fiddle, but she died in her sleep in Florida visiting a friend about 8 months after, within a year of my grandfather. And she was completely fine, just had a checkup, clean bit of health. I mean, there was nothing.
That's the crazy part is that she just had the checkup.
Yeah.
Because the condition itself is when you go through a traumatic event like the loss of a spouse or a extremely close family member like a father or a mother, it actually thins the lining of your heart. And it can cause cardiovascular events, arrhythmic events. It can cause more issues with that.
Yeah.
You're more susceptible to things like stroke, heart attack, just some kind of arrhythmia. And here's the thing. I learned all of this from Scrubs. So take that with a grain of salt. But that's Johnny and June is a great example. Because June passed, and I want to say 6 to 8 months later, Johnny he couldn't hold on, and he passed too.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe that's a part of it,
Yeah.
Maybe it was just one of those things. So
it's just one of those things.
Our guests are here. We have the ladies from the Pecos
Some
Valley
much softer
Quilters.
Limp Bizkit.
But Pecos Valley Quilters are here to join us. We will talk with them here in just a few minutes. Before we do that, though, let's get you up to date on the weather. There is a chance of rain tonight. Whoa, and more hot. That's what we got.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're going up to about 100, and it should stay sunny. We have a little system rolling through overnight that may bring us a few showers or thunderstorms, and we're down around 70 on the low. Right back to sunny weather on Friday, upper 90s to about 100. We're expecting highs near 100 on Saturday, and then we get low 100s on Sunday. We'll stay sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 69 degrees here in Roswell. You know what? That's not fresh. Let me refresh. My apologies. There it is. 75 here in Roswell. Humidity's at 54%. Winds out of the northwest at 3 miles per hour. Sunny and 98 today. Winds out of the north at 5 miles per hour. They're giving us a 30% chance at showers and thunderstorms tonight. Our sweet spot is between the hours of 9 p.m. and midnight. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 70. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Friday, sunny and hot with a high of 98. Winds out of the south 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy actually, with an overnight low of 71. No talk of rain though, so should be good for Got It Rocket football at the Wool Bowl tomorrow.
Saturday, sunny, high of 101. Sunny on Sunday with a high of 102. And more of that next week. They do give us a 20% chance of rain on Tuesday, so we'll see what happens there. All right, it is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take about a 2-minute break here, and we will have the ladies from the Pecos Valley Quilters join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Teachers are smart and funny. Teachers are cool.
Fulkerson Plumbing and Air Conditioning want to celebrate teachers in the Roswell and Dexter Independent School Districts and need your help. They want to award 3 winning teachers with a $100 Visa gift card and the most nominated teacher a pizza party for their entire class. Log on to Fulkerson's Facebook page, like and share the post, and if possible, tag your favorite teacher's name and school in the comments. Winners will be announced August 26th. Call 622-1600 for more information.
Thank you, teachers.
It's hot outside, but the deals are even hotter during the summer clearance at Bush Appliance in Roswell. They're clearing the warehouse to make room for new arrivals, and that means massive savings on refrigerators, freezers, washers, dryers, dishwashers, ranges, cooktops, even full kitchen packages. Plus, custom kitchen and bathroom cabinetry too. Huge discounts and hot deals during the summer clearance event at Bush Appliance, 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell, Southeast New Mexico's home for appliances and cabinetry for generations.
It's Mornings with Mike Winters. He's portly, short, balding, short-sighted, and long-winded. Sorry, ladies, he's taken. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from our Pecos Valley Quilters, Deetta Hitchcock and Rhonda Connolly as well. Good morning, ladies.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you for joining us on the show here. And I don't know. Okay, this... I don't know if this is an appropriate one, but I found it kind of funny when I saw this. I was on Facebook just a few minutes ago kind of scrolling things, and I was talking about that story about Dolly's husband. But they literally showed me an advertising. You know how they do like the T-shirts to buy this or everything?
Sure.
They're little, most of them are AI. But there was one for a T-shirt that said, a sociopath. S-E-W.
Yeah, that's us.
And I was like, hey, wait a minute. So I didn't know if it was like a little, hey, you're about to have the quilters on, maybe. So
there you go. It's Providence.
But I guess first off, before we kind of talk a little bit of projects, give folks a little bit of background about the Pecos Valley Quilters and what you guys do.
Well, our friend Rhonda here is our president this year and hopefully next.
So congratulations or condolences.
Yeah, it's a job. It's a big job. So I'll go for it, Rhonda.
Oh, well, it's not that big of a job. Most of the ladies and gentlemen, we do have a guy, and we're welcome to everybody,
sure.
Men and women. Most of the quilters are just, they want to be there to have fun and to provide things for other people.
Sure.
And so we're just kind of every Wednesday we meet, first Wednesday of the month, we have a business meeting. And at that time, we talk about what we're going to do for the month. And then we also do a little, what's called drag and brag. Mm-hmm. And we bring out all the quilts we've been working on and get to show it off. And it's usually we get like, oh, this is so pretty, or, how did you do that? And so you get to learn what other people are providing and everything. The second Wednesday is kind of like a do everything, anything type workshop, and you just bring your sewing machine, bring your hand cutting, do whatever you want.
Gotcha.
It's just a thing.
It's like a social.
It is a social.
Open.
Have fun.
Quilting session, basically.
Yeah. Fellowship.
Actually, when I send out an email, it says, come and bring your machines. Our just come and chit chat.
Sure.
So we do have a lot of people that just come and sit and talk.
Want to sit and maybe have a cup of coffee and shoot the breeze.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of gives us a venue to say hi to each other without feeling the pressure of doing something.
Well, and I think it's just great that, like you said, it's an opportunity for folks that kind of share a common interest, and they get to hang out. And obviously, this is for everyone. But I imagine you get a lot of seniors, retirees, folks that are part of this are looking to.
Well, people who have time.
People have time is what I mean, and what I mean by that is, and this is just the nature of life. As we get older, we lose friends, we lose family, and so sometimes this is a great opportunity for people to meet new folks and get together, and now you got some new lunch buddies, or hey, on Saturdays we're all going to go see a movie now. You all want to go, or whatever, we're going to go out and have dinner or whatever that is.
And often after our official meeting, we'll go out to lunch.
Sure, absolutely. But at the same time, you get to do something you love. And then I know with you guys, a lot of times you'll do these for charities and different help out events, and really do these quilts for others in need, and kind of that's where you guys pick probably the business side of your meetings. All right, who's the next person we want to help? Where do we get the funds to do this, and kind of do all that? Yeah.
Well, and then on the third Wednesday, we usually do classes.
Okay.
One of our members will teach a class, or we'll get an instructor in and teach a class.
Okay.
And then we take the class and we run with it. And maybe by drag and brag, we have something ready to show again.
And that's kind of, because I would imagine, and because I'll talk with, some of, our sewing folks in town, and talking about, like the training and said, but some of that too, I imagine, is training on the technology, because the sergers and things, and I'm sure there's probably people that know the hand and all that, but let's face it. If you've got a machine that can do, and you're like, at home, I'm trying this bad boy. But you know what I mean? I imagine a lot of it is kind of training you, because I've also seen them. You kind of got to know a little bit about computers.
Yes, these days.
And so a lot of it's probably some of that kind of training too, huh?
Yep.
And then usually the fourth Wednesday, we do quilts from the heart.
Okay.
And we work on our charity quilts. Many of the ladies will bring in a top to a quilt.
Okay.
And then so what we'll do is we'll add batting to it and backing.
Okay.
And then we'll get it ready to be sent to a quilter. And we have some of the ladies here in town that actually have long arms that they quilt on.
Okay.
So we give it to them, and then
That's a machine, by the way, not ladies with 6-foot arms, just in case someone's listening. But who are these long-armed women we speak of?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a big machine.
Yes.
And it's
really big.
It's really big. It's a glorified big quilting machine, sewing machine.
And those machines, by the way, cost as much as a car.
Yeah, so that's why there's not that many of them around.
Yeah. Right.
But when you got one, boy howdy, they're nice to have.
Very useful.
They're very nice. And then if we have a fifth Wednesday, we usually have a luncheon.
Okay.
And then more fun, more food.
Okay.
More food. Some of the projects we are actually doing during the year, we've done a kids camp.
Okay.
During the summer for a few days in a week.
Teaching those young ones the art of quilting.
How to use a sewing machine.
Yeah.
And just sewing in general. Yeah. So many kids don't learn how to sew.
And you mentioned something earlier about, women here, but men are what?
Yeah.
Comes to sewing and these things, I don't care. Boy, girl, these are basic skills that every human being should have in their pocket. Yep. They need to know how to cook for themselves. They need to know how to take care of stuff. They need to know how to best mend things. Sometimes you got to sew a button back on. Sometimes you got to, repair a pair of pants or something like that.
Yeah. Just the basics,
Being self-sufficient.
Yeah, you got to be able to do these kinds of things. Yeah. So don't, and to be honest, I remember, like in the 80s and stuff, and was it Merlin Olsen, the football player? He used to always talk about his love for, I think his was crocheting, but you know what I mean? He kind of brought that kind of thing there. So yeah, don't get your hang up over that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Men make the best seamstresses. They really, truly, I think men's brains work in a way that really is suited to sewing.
Sure, maybe that makes sense. Makes sense.
Mechanical engineering.
It's probably that same skill that zones out when y'all yell at us about something, and we just
Yeah, that too.
Oh, well,
that too.
But I'm getting us off track here. But so you guys meet, is it every Wednesday, right?
Yes.
And where do you guys meet at?
St. Mark's,
St. Mark's Church. Okay,
St. Mark's Church.
Yeah.
The one that sells the pumpkins.
Yes. Yeah. If you come in October, there was a sea of pumpkins. But yeah, right here on North Main Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
in the back, they have a fellowship hall in the back end area, so there's parking in the back, and then you just kind of come to the door.
Come on in and come. Bring your stuff if you got it already, and
or just come and say hi
come
and
say
sit down
hi.
and meet.
But let me ask, if someone came in and was like, I've always wanted to learn, but I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can folks come in or do they want to have a few skills first before they come in?
Oh, they can come in with no skills.
Gotcha. And maybe like, come sit down.
Come sit down. I have a couple of ladies that actually just kind of like mentor people. It's like, I want, and then next thing you know.
So anybody that wants to learn the passion and they're thinking, well, I didn't have anyone to teach me, or I don't know. Come every Wednesday. If you got a Wednesday free,
we're down.
Lunchtime, come and be a part of this.
A couple of our ladies have, after the kids camp, have taken on one or two of the kids and continue teaching them on a Saturday.
That's great.
So that they can learn skills, and so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We also put stuff in the library.
But let's say you guys do stuff at the library as well, too.
About once a quarter, we'll go ahead and go in and change all the quilts in the library. What's that room called?
The Bondurant.
Yeah, the Bondurant room.
Yeah.
That's kind of the room, like if they ever do lectures or talks or anything, they have an author come in. That's kind of usually the room they do that.
We offer a sound buffer in that room. It keeps the sound from echoing.
So not only beautiful, but functional as well in there.
Yeah, Enid is no dummy.
No, Enid's really, she has been so wonderful.
Oh, yeah, she's great. I was, actually, her and I were in Leadership Roswell together
cool.
several years ago here. We were classmates.
Yeah, she's done a fabulous job with the library.
She's done great with the library.
So much going on.
It's a great place to go and be honest, every weekend, if it's not the quilters, it could be the gardeners. There's always something going on every weekend at the library here.
Yeah. So. Every once in a while, I'll hear somebody say, "Oh, I was at the library. I saw those quilts. Are they yours?" And I say, well, one or two of them may be mine, but the rest of them are somebody else's.
Well, and that's the thing with quilts. I mean, yes, they're functional, but every quilt I've owned has been more of a decorative piece, like something I want to put on the wall, put on the, you know what I mean? There's been, and then like there was we have one quilt that was my grandmother, my wife's grandmother made for her, and in the quilt are handkerchiefs that her mother had, and so that's cool. So it's an heirloom piece. But I remember years ago in our marriage, we actually used it, and a cat. Oh boy, it was a whole thing. But it's all good now. But there was a moment, and ever since that moment, I don't think I've ever seen a quilt anywhere near a bed or anything.
Funny.
But you know what? Sometimes there are quilts that are just cozy ones you want to throw on your chair and use as your throw blanket.
I think one thing that I am proud of in our group is that we do all kinds of quilts. We do art. We have people interested in art quilts. Some only bed quilts. Some of us are hand quilters, like really the old traditional way.
Sure.
Some of us are modern art quilters. We've got a little bit of everything. So we're not just little old ladies making little squares over and over again. It's
just
lots of interests.
And that's where I think, me and many others got to kind of, I'm not saying that, just kind of overcome what's not the word? Because it's not really like a stereotype, but I guess it kind of is.
Perception.
Or perception, but it's a blanket of quilts.
Yeah.
Because to me, I always think of quilts as, because they're always gifts, they're always more important than a blanket to me. You know what I mean? And, and sure they are, but I also got to remember, you got to remember too, there is the functional ones. You can go and thanks to modern technology, and of course back when the only option you had was those that's probably why we look at them as such heirlooms, because until the world of technology came into play, the only way you're getting one of those is by hand. And that's why they had a bunch of people together, a lot of women in there. You heard of the quilting circles. This is literally because many hands made less work on these kinds of things. Technology has now replaced many hands on many of these things. But that being said, that's where I think the heirloom would be, because it literally, it almost took a village to make it for you sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so that sentiment is not lost on me. And so, but I do have to remember, it's like, no, they can be your everyday blankets too now. We have the technology.
Yeah,
so.
usually when I give a quilt away, I say, this is for you to use.
Mhm.
Don't lock it away in a closet. Use it.
Yeah.
And when it falls apart, let me know. I'll give you another.
Yeah. But I pull back the curtain. Like for me, my mother, she was a crafter as well. Hers was crocheting. She made Afghans, and I've told this story 100 times, so people listening to the radio are probably tired of hearing this, but she was at the point where she was so good at it that she, like when you go to like a craft store and you buy the pattern books and there's a picture of the Afghan laying on a chair or something, she actually did those and took the picture for the company, and they would use them as her photo. Like, so if in the 90s there, if you bought a crocheted Afghan, there's a 10% chance my mother made one of those.
Wow.
But you know what I mean? So she got it that, but she never sold them. So I have a couple blankets like that, and she passed back in 2004. And so now those are like, don't use those. But I'm not getting rid of them. But they're all crochet blankets. So I have a couple like that I don't use. But
Well, yeah.
that's sentimental.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I get it. I get all that, and that was her thing. So so maybe that's why I look at quilts a little bit, like, because I grew up with a mom who crocheted, and that was her passion.
Yeah. Very
But
cool.
what I mean is, this is something that I think is a family tradition type thing, and it's a fun thing. And I think if you're looking for something to connect with your children with, I think quilting might be a good opportunity for families to do that kind of thing. It's another,
You bet.
maybe a little bit of an outside of the box opportunity for folks, where maybe even if your mom or dad's like, I always wanted to learn, I never did. All right, bring your children with you, and let's all do it together.
We are here for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. So
more the merrier.
Absolutely. So is there anything coming up? Any events and things that we want to let folks know about here?
Yes. So my function in our organization is to spread the word about us.
Yes.
And about every 2 years, traditionally, Pecos Valley Quilters has had a big quilt show.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, more often than not, we've had it at the Civic Center.
Yeah, that's kind of been its home, and that's been a little hard to do that.
And so since we no longer have Civic Center, this year we are having an outdoor quilt show.
Nice.
Perk up your ears. Here's the info.
Knock on wood, weather is good that day.
Saturday, September 12th.
Okay.
We are collaborating with the library.
Okay.
And Enid Costley.
Just call her Enid. We're just good with that, I think.
Enid. And the businesses on Richardson Street between 3rd and 4th.
Okay. You're downtown Main Street.
Downtown,
one
block
over,
from
basically.
Main.
Yeah.
There's a little pocket park that the library owns, and Enid has been gracious enough to let us use that little park to hang quilts and share what we've been up to.
Awesome.
We'll have quilts for sale
Kind
as
of a
well.
quilting in the park.
There you go.
Sort of.
Well, we're calling it the Quilt Block Party.
There you go. There you go.
And
perfect.
We're working alongside the miniature, which
is right
and
there across the
Curious,
street. Yeah,
it's on the same
side of that street. Okay, perfect.
Miniature and
Across from the
Curious
library
Collections
there, yeah.
Museum, and they are having a special mini show within the mini museum of a quilt challenge that we just finished called Color Cues.
Okay.
Oh, it's
and
pretty.
Each member and other people in the community participated. We gave out, sight unseen, a particular color chip.
Okay.
And each person had parameters of a certain size of quilt to make, as they're basically hanging banners.
Okay.
And they had to work with that color and that color only.
Oh, cool.
Actually, it's an array of colors, but like pink, blue, green, aqua, turquoise.
Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I got
and
you.
so Nancy Fleming did a fabulous job creating a show in the round, so that when you stand in the center of it and you twirl, you
cool.
see the rainbow.
That's pretty sweet.
And so we're really excited to show that off in conjunction with our outdoor quilt show on the 12th.
It's kinda...
So it's actually up. The show is up at the Mini.
Okay.
But we'll celebrate it again on September 12th.
Absolutely, come see. And folks, if you've never been to the Miniatures and Curiosities Museum, it is. And to be honest, if you haven't been in a while, you got to go because it changes constantly. You know, like if you haven't been, but it's equal miniature as it is curiosity, and some both at the same time.
and a little bit of a yard sale.
Absolutely.
And a kids area. It's
and if
really
folks
cool.
that don't know, it's if you love the Anderson Museum, it's different museum, but same umbrella of family of folks and things. So it's kind of the same. Like the quality of awesomeness is
arty people.
Yes, it's really so. But it's kind of eclectic, like the Anderson, and like you know how you go in there and you see like something that's Van Gogh like, and then right next to it is some kind of recycled art thing that you're like, what the heck is that? Right. You know, the Miniature and Curiosities is the same kind of vibe where you're like, whoa, that's and you're like, how did? It's
there's lots to see for sure.
So please come out on the 12th to the library, check out the quilts, and then please go check out the museum, the Curiosities.
We have
Museum.
more.
Yes,
we have
but
more
wait,
stuff.
There's more.
So in that block, we're also collaborating with Books Again.
Excellent.
They are going to have a special area of fabric and textile and quilt books on special that day. And then Degenerate Coffee.
Okay. Again, right there in the neighborhood.
Right around your neighborhood, your neighborhood here, is they're going to have we are making coffee cozies so you don't burn your little fingers when you're holding your coffee go cup. And so you'll
they
get...
work way better than those paper sleeves.
And they're
slide
way
off
cuter. So we'll be offering a free coffee cozy with each purchase. So
and
you
if
can
the
come
barista
down.
screws up your name, it hides it really good.
Well, I think you do that after the coffee's made. But, so that's happening. And at the library, in conjunction with them and the Roswell Museum, we are sponsoring the second Saturday. It happens to be the same day.
Cool.
Second Saturday art project for kids will be a textile project in conjunction with the Dragonfly Festival.
Yes.
Which is the same day.
Same day.
So much going on in town.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a Dragonfly related art project, so a little bit of STEAM.
Nice.
So it's art and science. The kids will learn about all the parts of a dragonfly and then design their own dragonfly.
Very cool. Now, which the hours you guys are running there on the 12th?
So it'll be 10 to 3.
10 to 3. Okay, so if you're trying to finagle both.
You can
and the farmer's market.
Come early out to Bitter Lake and maybe do the tour early.
Right.
And then
the
about
farmers
midday hit you with the farmer's market about 9-ish or 9:30.
Late morning.
And about 10 o'clock you can mosey on over by the library
Lots
here.
to do.
And take advantage of the quilt block party going on.
Lots to do. Absolutely.
And of course they'll be eating all along the way there at some point.
Yeah. In fact, we're going to have Chef, I don't know if you know her, but Chef Melinda will be providing a baked goods sale at our little show.
Yummy.
Have yummy yummies and then go get some coffee, go over to the library, go to the Mini.
Rule
There's
of thumb on
tons
baked
to
goods
do.
is buy 2.
There you go.
Because one you'll eat there.
Well, and
then
she's
one
also,
you hope to take home.
She's also going to have a gift basket that will be up for silent auction.
Ooh.
And we'll be selling tickets for our. We have 2 quilts this year for our raffle.
Okay.
Our yearly raffle.
And I'm sure they're beautiful.
They're
every time I
fabulous
see a
this
quilt
year.
up there.
Yeah.
One is a spring quilt, and it's called Spring Forward, and the other is a fall quilt, and it's fall back.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we have a lot. We have a lot going on.
Could be functional if you're bad at remembering to move the clock.
Yes, there you go. It's time to change the quilt.
But if you want to learn more, come and want to be a part of it, come to your next meeting. Like I said, you guys meet every Wednesday at St. Mark's Church there on North Main Street, the Pumpkin Church for people that.
And actually, if anyone in our listening audience would like to show your quilt off, it's no pressure. We would love to show your quilt. Come on Wednesday, it's the Wednesday before the 12th. So that would be like the 9th, something like that.
Yeah.
That Wednesday, bring
5th,
your quilt
maybe,
and
6th,
we'll show it for you. It's the show is not judged, so there's no pressure. It's just
say
sharing what we're doing.
And if you're kind of been shy, like, well, come.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you might,
Absolutely.
everyone love my quilt. Maybe I should show some more. And then get the bug bit. And then you're
one more little tiny
yes,
plug.
Please.
We also are going to be at the fair.
The Eastern Mexico State Fair.
Yes, which is a couple weeks later.
But usually like that right around the 1st of October, right around that time thing there. I don't know the exact dates, but right in that ballpark.
Right. We will have a booth in the Arts and Crafts building where we'll also be sharing our quilts.
Okay.
And we're going to be making miniature barn quilts.
Okay.
That's, of course, you guys can't see, but
the camera folks, the video folks can. Show on that one.
Hello. These are, we're going to do shrinky dink barn quilts. So you can design design your own quilt block.
Look at that.
And then we'll.
The fact you said shrinky dink makes me happy because that's like a childhood.
Anything shrunken is wonderful.
Oh.
So we'll be making these make and take.
Is it literally
fair.
like shrink and dink from the day when you put them in and you put them in the oven?
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
man,
We'll have our little
that
ovens.
brings up memories. Oh, man, that's so cool.
So we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
You just made me feel like a 7-year-old again.
Well, you can come and make one.
Shrinky dink. I love shrinky dink.
You can make
shrinky dink and the stenograph. Remember the one where you
I
put
love that one. Spirograph.
Yeah, spirograph. That's what it was called. Yeah, that thing. Love that thing. I can never get those stupid pins in the paper though. It never.
Did you make pot holders too?
My mother was a few she crocheted pot holders that makes
sense.
To this day, I still have 30 crochet pot holders that are in closets. I could probably make a quilt of pot holders.
There you go.
Stitch them together.
You could hire one of us.
There you go. Well, is there anything we missed? Any information?
I don't know. We've been talking fast.
Come again every Wednesday to St. Mark's. What time do you guys meet again for the weekly meetings?
Usually 10.
About 10 o'clock. Yeah. Come and bring your quilts. Bring yourself.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want to do. Or
Love
just come
to
bring yourself.
Anybody.
And then again on September 12th. Beginning at 10 a.m. Right there at the Roswell Public Library, there in the park. We're all right there in that facility. Will be our big quilting block party with activities at the library, with the miniatures and Curiosities Museum, Degenerate Coffee, kind of the whole block celebrating right there. Yeah. And come on down beginning at 10 a.m. and have some coffee, have some baked goods, see some quilts, see some art, see some, do all this. And then, like I said, and when you're at the Eastern Mexico State Fair, do not sleep on the Arts and Crafts building. Everyone goes to the commercial building. Everybody goes to the rides, and may catch some of the coolest stuff in the entire fair is sitting in the Arts and Education building right there. Those the artwork and everything. Every time I go in there and I see a painting, and I'm like, wow, that's really good. And then I look and a 9-year-old did it. I'm like, what? But then you can come and meet the actual other quilters here, and like I said, do some take and make projects and do all kinds of stuff here. So.
And you can sit down. It's a place to sit down.
And it's pretty cool in there, too. The swamp coolers work pretty good in there, so it's usually one of the cooler, temperature-wise, cooler, physically and temperature-wise, too. It's like a cool place to be, but it's actually cooler in there.
In more ways than one.
Exactly. You nailed it. But good deal. Well, thank you, ladies.
Well, thank you.
And anytime updates, anything, even if it's just to say, hey, we're here, or even if we want to show off, like you got a show and tell on the meetings, maybe we can do a winner kind of thing. All right, the winner. We're bringing them in and put them on the radio.
Well,
on the video side.
We will have a community choice winner.
Okay, like a people's choice kind of thing.
People's choice.
Yeah.
It's, as I said, it's not judged like scary.
Right.
It's just when you come to the
You
show,
just get to vote on one.
You get to vote on your favorite quilt.
Absolutely, one that
there
speaks
will
to you.
be some winners.
There will be, it's the one that speaks to you. It's like you like. I love the oranges in that one, or I love the flowers on that one.
Yeah.
Do whatever. There's no like. The stitching is very excellent. No, pretty picture.
Yeah, we're not, and none of us are like that.
Right.
We're not snobby.
Pretty picture. So that's all we're doing. Yeah,
exactly.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be showing much of anything.
Right.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I've gotten into like I did barbecue judging and stuff like the Kansas City and we all but when they get to that level, man, they. Now, granted, they're good. Like those at that level, like you bite into a rib and it's like, ooh, that's sweet. Now it's hot. Now it's. I mean, they can do that. But as far as the judging criteria, as far as overcooked and undercooked,
it's very like it's back to that stitching I'm talking about.
Right.
Like,
It's
some people get
perfection.
kicked out. You used the wrong garnish. That parsley is not authorized parsley. We can't use that parsley. Like, I ain't eating the dang parsley anyway. What does that matter? You know. But
I put something green, but
It's very technical.
Yeah,
So we are not a
not
technical
like that.
group.
This isn't that stodgy, you know.
No.
You know, like the Planter's peanut or monocle. Like no, none of that. It's just a good deal. Well, thank you, ladies.
Well, thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. And hopefully with still good dexterity in the fingers. I think that's the.
Yeah. Till it does.
Well, after years of doing it, I imagine you guys are probably like you could probably do some of like the coin tricks with the you see the poker guys. That
I don't know about that.
Coins, you know what I'm saying?
But there you do build skill.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, my mom, she could throw a spoon. I'm just kidding.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you. All right, it's 8:50. Let's pause for news and what else we got going on here? Weather and all that. Don't go away.
Thank you.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. 353 and counting, the death toll from the catastrophic flooding, the massive rock and mudslide that swallowed up and swept away entire villages in Nepal along the border with China. At least 1,300 people are missing, with many tourists, including Americans, among them. A military judge has set June 5th of 2028 as the starting date of the trial of an alleged 9/11 mastermind, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. The trial was previously scheduled for 2021, but that was later canceled. Kids under 18 will soon see a lot of changes to their Instagram and Facebook accounts thanks to an historic $18 billion settlement between Meta platforms and 48 states. On Wall Street, the Dow is down about a dozen points, while the Nasdaq is 275 points higher, and the S&P is up 33. More details, srnnews.com.
Now, time for another Otis Advisory.
Say hello to Zohan the Conqueror, the latest fanboy of the lunatic fringe. It's obvious. Mayor of New York Zohan only has a beatnik-level view of what makes the world work, but he's still planning to run this con on you and the rest of the coalition of the unhappy come next election day. Now, Zohan the Conqueror, as his mama calls him, brings with him all the usual gin-soaked lefty stuff, like free beer and rubber money for anyone who's lost their appetite for work. But this Mondami is more than that. He's the shiny new locomotive pulling the Hate America First train. Just as it loads up to leave bankruptcy station. Chicks dig me because I burn tires, said the Zohan. And although he's never actually seen the inside of a dress barn, he's sure he knows what women are looking for. Because in a Mondami state-run grocery store, cotton candy is produce. It's a miracle. Think of the Zohan as artificial sweetener. The more you read about what's in it, the less of it you want. A vote for Mr. All Hat No Cattle is like buying the jeans with the holes already in them. You know it's stupid, but you do it anyway. Come on now, somebody pump the brakes on this mess before New York boils over for good. And order your special Uncle Otis secret decoder ring to make sure you get all the hidden messages in the stupid bit. And the rest of them too. I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're going up to about 100, and it should stay sunny. We have a little system rolling through overnight that may bring us a few showers or thunderstorms, and we're down around 70 on the low. Right back to sunny weather on Friday, upper 90s to about 100. We're expecting highs near 100 on Saturday, and then we get low 100s on Sunday. We'll stay sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. Well, it was a flat day on Wall Street yesterday. The markets closed in the red, but barely. The Fed's preferred measure of inflation, PCE, was muted in July. Spending stalled. Core PCE, which you get when you strip out food and energy, well, that was in line with expectations, suggesting that inflation, during the survey time anyway, was at least steady. So the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P all in the red at the end of the Wednesday session. The big company story was Meta Platforms. It says it'll pay up to $18 billion to settle that federal child addiction case against it. with. Meta denies any wrongdoing. You'd expect that. Meta stock plunged initially, but then rose during the day. J.M. Smucker, the food people, lifted its outlook, swung to profit, sales climbed, and so did the stock on Wednesday. The darling of the pandemic. Do you remember when we were all calling our grannies on Zoom and doing business on Zoom? Do you remember that? Well, Zoom revenue is rising based on enterprise growth, which is growth you achieve over a long period of time. But stock was down on Wednesday because of a weaker than expected forecast. SpaceX is going to spend $100 billion and build 5 campuses along the coastline in Louisiana. They reckon they could launch thousands of rockets from there every year. Later today, the earnings come from the retail sector again, Ulta Beauty and Best Buy. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Jennifer here at Trustmark Roofing and Windows. And did you know that we get a bunch of service calls per year from people who didn't even hire us? That means they originally hired someone else to replace their roof, windows, or gutters. Then later, when a problem popped up, they tried to call their contractor back to help, only to find out that the contractor has ceased to exist. They're gone, done, out of state, out of business. At Trustmark Roofing and Windows, we have serviced southeastern New Mexico for 20 years. As a second-generation contractor, we have serviced our area through many major hail and windstorms. We have customers who are the kids of customers that we've serviced many years ago. We will be here when you need us, period. For roofing, gutters, or windows, visit trustmarkroofing.org or call Trustmark Roofing and Windows 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first. Let's see what's at the Cow. Autumn, Christmas, and holiday fabrics are here. The Calico Cow is your dealer for handy quilter, brother, and baby lock machines, and they service and repair most models. It's time to create. Sign up now for our classes and follow Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop on Facebook for updates and creation ideas. Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come to the Cow.
Everyone needs healing at some point. We live in a fallen world, and because of that, our bodies and our spirits break physically, but also mentally and spiritually. In Psalm 147, the writer states that the Lord heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I think what he's trying to say is the Lord cares about our health. He can heal what hurts, restore what's broken, and bring peace to our hearts. In any kind of pain, God can be your healer. Pray for healing, both physical and even more importantly, spiritual. I often pray a prayer over people that goes like this: Lord, I call on you today asking for your healing touch. Bless this body with strength. Bless this body with peace. Bless this heart with hope. Remove every fear, every weakness, and every sickness that's disturbing this life, and let your healing power flow through them. Restore what's tired, strengthen what's weak, and calm what's anxious. I believe that's a prayer all of us should be praying over each other because God cares about our health.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
People are often surprised by what they find here. More expertise than people expect. Advanced technology. Board-certified physicians. Care you might expect to travel hours for. Right here. We've never believed where you live should determine the care you receive. Close to family, close to home. We're here. Artesia General Hospital.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. We're closing in on 8:59. Stay tuned next hour around 9:15 or so. Crystal Noble will join us from the Roswell Humane Society, give us an update on little pets looking for homes. Some are big pets too, but they're looking for homes. And we'll get the update on that. Thrift sales, what have you going on at thrift store all that good stuff. Don't forget, tomorrow night is Football Friday. Roswell Coyotes, Goddard Rockets in action. Goddard Rockets are home. That game you can watch at the Wool Bowl, be there. But if you can't be there, you can check it out, ksvptv.com and the Goddard Rockets channel. Roswell Coyotes travel to Canyon, Texas, pushing up that kickoff 1 hour earlier because they're in Texas. It's on Texas time. So normally tune in at 7 o'clock kickoff. It'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff here. You can catch it on the radio, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll have live streaming video as well, ksvptv.com. All right, it is 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. Amit Thomason. 353 and counting. That is the death toll from the catastrophic flooding, the massive rock and mudslide that swallowed up and swept away entire villages in Nepal along the border with China.
Authorities say a glacial collapse and a massive surge of water and mud through mountain valleys, destroying roads, burying buildings, and cutting off communities. Across the border in Tibet, hundreds remain unaccounted for as helicopters and rescue teams continued searching for survivors.
Correspondent Ken Lorman says 1,300 people are missing, with many tourists, including some Americans among them. An international search and recovery effort is kicking into high gear with the U.S., China, and the EU all involved. A military judge has set June 5, 2028, the starting date of the trial of an alleged 9/11 mastermind.
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed was captured in 2003 in Pakistan and then subjected to extreme interrogation techniques, including waterboarding. He was transferred to the U.S. Naval Base at Guantanamo Bay in 2006. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is accused of directing the plot to crash hijacked airliners into sites including the World Trade Center on September the 11th, 2001, in the biggest terror attack ever to take place on American soil, which killed nearly 3,000 people.
The BBC's Warren Bull. A tropical storm named Dolly has formed out in the Atlantic, posing no threat to land at this point. Kids under 18 will soon see a host of changes to their Instagram and Facebook accounts, thanks to an historic $18 billion settlement between Meta and 48 states. Meta has agreed to take steps to keep kids under 13 off its platforms and teens in age-appropriate accounts, and to enact a hard limit of 2 hours per day. That for users under 18 years of age. Those are just some of the safety changes that will be made. Townhall.com.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Christian Healthcare Ministries is not another health insurance policy. If you're tired of restrictions, CHM offers anytime enrollment on your schedule at half the price of traditional marketplace plans. See why believers across the nation are better with CHM.
Get started by calling 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS for a 50% credit towards your first month. That's 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS.
My name is Amanda Klutz, and I'm a widow. You enter a different reality when you lose your husband, especially as a parent. Life insurance doesn't fix it, but it helps. With Ethos, you can get covered in minutes. No medical exams, up to $3 million in coverage, and it's all online.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The U.S. spy chief has been on a secretive trip abroad.
CIA Director John Ratcliffe has made a rare visit to Russia. The Kremlin says he held talks in Moscow with intelligence counterparts. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov says Ratcliffe did not meet with Vladimir Putin, but says the Russian president was immediately informed of everything, though he refused to say what was discussed. The trip comes at a time of strained relations over Russia's war in Ukraine. And Moscow has a partnership with Iran, which has provided it with Shahed drones. President Trump played down the significance of Ratcliffe's visit, calling it semi-routine. I'm Ben Thomas.
Another tanker attack has been reported today in the Strait of Hormuz. The UK's Maritime Trade Organization says it was another oil tanker. It's been hit by an unknown projectile in that strategic waterway. News and analysis at townhall.com. We knew her as a country music superstar, a shining presence on the big screen and a very astute businesswoman. But there was another side of Dolly Parton. Correspondent Jason Walker tells us about it.
The Library of Congress calls Parton a titan of children's literacy for the millions of free books she provided every month through her Imagination Library. She also gave $1 million to Vanderbilt University's Medical Center to help develop Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. She purchased an entire Nashville mall to support the surrounding black neighborhood. Some estimates say Dolly Parton gave away at least $200 million. Jason Walker reporting.
Stocks higher on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is up 152 points. The Nasdaq ahead 336 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel wishing, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes.
I hope your day is going well.
Indeed.
We might get rain tonight, maybe.
We certainly might. 50% chance, I believe, the last I looked.
And the sweet spot, mine says 30, but my sweet spot is between the hours of 9 p.m. and midnight.
Ooh.
That's what they've kind of narrowed it to.
A nice
window.
evening thunderstorm.
Yes.
Makes for sleeping a lot better.
It does.
When you have a metal roof and you got rain trickling on it.
Well, I have do you hear a phone ring?
I do. I'm wondering what that's...
Am I calling?
I feel you.
Okay. Is there ringing in your ear? Yes.
Y'all hear that, right?
Do you hear things? Yes. Are you crazy? Maybe. Right. But what was I talking about? I got distracted by the rain. Oh, the rain. Yeah. So last night, I went to go to bed, and right before within a half hour, I got a notice saying lightning in your area. Maybe it'll be good. And then I woke up about 1 to go pee because that's what you do when you're 50. Mm-hmm. And
or not.
And so I went to do it. I was like, nothing. No, so I was kind of bummed out. And so that's literally when I came in. It's like, anybody getting rain? I thought maybe I just missed it.
It's telling who Mike is as a person.
Yeah.
That he's getting notifications. Local lightning in your area, not local singles in your area.
I don't get that. I've never got one of those. Right. I dated in an age before they had that crap.
Yeah, stay away. It's weird out here, man.
Yeah, there was no Tinders back in my day of dating. So
glad I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. If I ended up single tomorrow, I think I'm just done. I
did, however,
I'm not.
Hear
I'm
a fantastic joke that was kind of related to this. Are garbanzo beans and chickpeas the same thing?
Oh, I'm gonna say
no.
I think yes, but there's one slight difference, and it's about the season or where it came from or something. But in essence, it's the same.
They're not the same, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
God.
Send all complaints to Pecos Valley Broadcasting, care of Sean Smalls. I happened upon that. I'm like, I kind of like that. It requires a little thought.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
But I legit remember seeing something
There
like
is
a
an
whole
actual
debate
difference
about
between
the
one is
beans.
it's a certain region. Like if you grow if you grow those in a certain region, they're garbanzo beans versus chickpeas.
But to be honest, they're the same stupid. It tastes the same.
I'm a fan of both. I like a good hummus.
Like I'm still debating the sweet potato yam debate. I'm like, they taste the same to me. I don't know, man.
those are, I think, there's a distinct difference between a yam and a sweet. I don't know what it is.
I don't
there is.
either, but I'm like, they taste the same to me, man. You know.
She's texting John right now.
No, we're going to go to the wonderful world of Google.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I like living in the world where I couldn't be wrong sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I before the internet, you could just say stuff and people would You know what I mean?
You were innocent until proven guilty.
Well,
I mean,
that's why every
that's
dad
true.
was a genius prior to 1980, or whenever the internet, 1990, whatever it was, because dad didn't know. He just like, well, if you take the cumulus and he just made up some that sounded sciencey, and he's like, yeah, dad knows everything.
I know that you've heard. I know that you've heard the conversations that I've had with Hunter when he's here. When he goes, I'll be explaining something to him. He goes, I know. I'm like, no, you don't. You stop saying you know. Just let me explain it to you, and then you, even if you do know,
let me impart my wisdom, you stupid kid.
I know, Dad. I know. No, you don't. You really don't.
So every sweet potato I've ever seen is orange. However, Google is showing a picture of a white sweet potato.
Really?
And a yam is orange.
I was going to say.
So maybe we've never had a sweet potato.
Yeah,
ever.
That's thoroughly possible.
And it says they both have a smooth texture, thin skin. Now on here it says sweet potatoes have a reddish, orange, or brownish and are usually short and blocky with tapered ends.
They're thin skinned.
They are.
They can dish it out, but they can't take it.
And then yams have rough, scaly, bark-like skin and that are cylindrical and grow very large.
Yeah, they do.
But they all taste the same. Put in a pie, what does it taste like?
But literally, like, they're showing, like, basically, to me, this just looks like a russet potato.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not what sweet potatoes I've ever seen look like.
That looks like a regular potato.
Yeah.
It's just a tater.
I think Google.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Google's broke.
Yeah, I think the Google.
I've found in general, like it's hit or miss with the AI summaries.
Yeah.
Because they basically comb the first like 3 or 4 results and give you an amalgamation of that.
Oh, I see the difference.
Oh, a deep dive on the Google on the.
No, I went to images versus, the whole AI. So the rough skin is more like a kiwi on a yam.
Okay.
Versus the sweet potatoes have like a potato-like.
Hey, did y'all know that you're supposed to eat the kiwi skin?
No.
Like kiwis with skin on? Yeah, no, I read that the other day. They're like, for the full nutritional experience, you're supposed to eat a kiwi skin.
You're telling the guy that will never eat a kiwi, let alone the skin.
Right? And I'm like, I'm going to second him on that motion. When I get like the strawberry kiwi drinks, what was that drink we used to have in high school? Like the strawberry watermelon? That you can't buy anymore?
It's with the lizard, Sobe.
Yes, Sobe.
Or Fruitopia. That was another one. Fruitopia was one. That they used to in the front of Roswell High, they had a vending machine, a soda vending machine for Fruitopia. That was the justification was, it's fruit.
It's fruit.
Based, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so is Sunkist.
right, exactly.
I miss that crap so much. The early diabetes.
So is Welch's grape.
And it turns out we only had that soda machine because of a deal that Roswell Independent struck with Coca-Cola.
Hey.
Or PepsiCo, I think it was.
I don't know.
Yeah. Sobe was the big one when I was younger though, because it was the glass bottle
with the lizard
on it.
Yeah.
Those were amazing. I wish they would bring those back.
Yeah, I think people just wanted them for a bumper sticker.
Man, I have not seen a Sobe in.
And what's funny is the brand still exists, but as a lifestyle brand that sells T-shirts, bumper stickers, and hats.
They made more money selling their merch.
They figured out. Yeah, they were making more off the merch.
People are like, you want a drink? No, thank you, but I'll take a T-shirt.
like a cute little lizard on my window.
I'll put him on my hatchback.
Actually, I'll take that back. I need to burn some corrosion off my basket cables.
I'm sure that there's like probably some kind of justifiable reason they took it out. It has like all of the red 40 in it or something. But
I'm making a bomb. I'll take 2 cans.
But man, was it good.
It'll create fusion if you know how to mix it right.
Zootopia stole Fruitopia's name.
They did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well. Well, it all stole from Utopia. So,
That's true. That is true.
As you can tell, Crystal Noble is here from the Humane
really?
Society. We should probably start officially.
Nah.
Actually, it was me the whole time. It was me. I would have gotten away with it without you meddling kids.
No, I just feel like one day Mike's going to wake up in a room in Sunrise and be like, oh my God, I did imagine the whole thing.
It was all a dream.
Actually, I'm going to wake up like, I'm in the wrong parallel. I'm in the wrong timeline.
Crap.
Oh, well. Let's do this. Let's pause for weather and then quick break. Mid-level break.
We'll call it quickish.
Quick.
Sales is doing their job.
Yeah, a little bit. And so we'll take a commercial break, and then Crystal Noble will join us officially on the other side, and we'll talk about some dogs, mostly about the stuff we were just talking about. Don't go away. We'll be back. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
The National Championship Air Race returns to Roswell, New Mexico. Get your tickets today at airrace.org.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're going up to about 100, and it should stay sunny. We have a little system rolling through overnight that may bring us a few showers or thunderstorms, and we're down around 70 on the low. Right back to sunny weather on Friday, upper 90s to about 100. We're expecting highs near 100 on Saturday, and then we get low 100s on Sunday. We'll stay sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
This lot is stocked. The Summer is Stocked sales event is on now at Roswell Hyundai with great deals on an unbelievable selection of fresh new vehicles. Get 3.49% for up to 60 months and $1,000 in bonus cash on in-stock 26 Kona, 3.49% for 60 and $2,000 in bonus cash on in-stock 26 Elantra, and 0% for 60 and up to $3,000 in dealer choice bonus cash on 26 Tucson SE. Plus 0 down and no payments for 90 days. The Summer is Stocked sales event on now at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. Looking for a hands-on career with strong job demand and long-term growth? The HVAC R Technology program at ENMU Roswell is the perfect place to start. Learn installation, maintenance, repair, and system diagnostics, all from a team nationally accredited through HVAC excellence. From electrical controls to blueprint interpretations, this program equips you with real-world skills employers are looking for. Call 575-624-7337 or log on to roswell.enmu.edu to learn more. ENMU Roswell. Success starts here.
Teachers are smart and funny. Teachers are cool.
Fulkerson Plumbing and Air Conditioning want to celebrate teachers in the Roswell and Dexter Independent School Districts and need your help. They want to award 3 winning teachers with a $100 Visa gift card and the most nominated teacher a pizza party for their entire class. Log on to Fulkerson's Facebook page, like and share the post, and if possible, tag your favorite teacher's name and school in the comments. Winners will be announced August 26th. Call 622-1600 for more information.
Thank you, teachers.
Does your washer shake so much it doubles as a margarita mixer? Freezer caked with so much ice you could build an igloo? Time to upgrade to appliances from this century during Bush Appliances warehouse clearance. With red-hot savings on the stuff you need to heat it up, cool it down, and keep it clean. Save on refrigerators and freezers, washers and dryers, cooktops and ranges, even full kitchen packages, and custom kitchen and bathroom cabinetry. Knock your home appliance game up a notch. Bam! 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 At Bush Appliance, 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell, southeastern New Mexico's home for appliances and cabinetry.
Everyone needs healing at some point. We live in a fallen world, and because of that, our bodies and our spirits break physically, but also mentally and spiritually. In Psalm 147, the writer states that the Lord heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I think what he's trying to say is the Lord cares about our health. He can heal what hurts, restore what's broken, and bring peace to our hearts. In any kind of pain, God can be your healer. Pray for healing, both physical and even more importantly, spiritual. I often pray a prayer over people that goes like this: Lord, I call on you today asking for your healing touch. Bless this body with strength. Bless this body with peace. Bless this heart with hope. Remove every fear, every weakness, and every sickness that's disturbing this life, and let your healing power flow through them. Restore what's tired, strengthen what's weak, and calm what's anxious. I believe that's a prayer all of us should be praying over each other because God cares about our health.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
A little color can change everything. With Labor Day deals at Lowe's, save $10 on 1-gallon cans and $50 on 5-gallon pails of select interior paint via rebate. Plus, get 2 2.5-quart or 3-quart mums for just $8. Feeling inspired? Give your home the fresh start it deserves. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 9/9 while supplies last. Mum sizes vary by location and exclude Alaska and Hawaii. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and requirements.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio now officially, Crystal Noble back with us from the Humane Society here in Roswell. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's life at the kennels as well? Have you been in? I probably haven't been in this morning.
I have not been in this morning, but I already know what's going on there because
how the dogs and kitties doing over there?
Muggy.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's been hot.
It has been.
But AC's, keeping up for the most part.
So recently, with the not being humid, the swamp coolers have been able to do their job. But when it's humid,
yeah. Again, this is the backwards technology.
Yeah.
It is a swamp cooler because at its most efficient, without humidity,
it
makes things 15 degrees cooler. And when it's 100, that gets you 85 with 0% humidity.
Yeah. And when you got humidity, you get about 92, 94.
Yeah, exactly.
But it does do its job. They do their jobs. How about that? Because there's multiples of them. But it seems like it's been hotter a lot longer this year.
Oh, yeah, this spell doesn't come. And if there's no time to respite or cool down, because even at night it's dipping to like 70, and it's like, geez, it's still kind of warm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
But we have our dog walkers. They come earlier in the morning, and then they're done by about 10 because it's already too hot.
So imagine you could get, because I know they do exist, and I know for special occasions, y'all. But if people wanted to donate doggy and cat ice creams and things you get to the stores, it'd be a good time to maybe stock up, donate of those, and give little treats to the pets that can have it.
Ace Hardware was getting their pup cup ice cream coming in here.
And I know I've seen and to be honest, I've seen refrigerated, but I don't know if it's ice cream at most stores. There's refrigerated pet food, but I don't know if it's all ice cream or it's just actual food now.
I think there's one that they sell the mix. And then you get the Cool Whip or whatever, and you mix it, and then you freeze it.
Okay.
And it makes doggy ice cream.
And that's kind of what you guys do when it gets hot, is you'll make little treats for the dogs and cats that
throw them in the freezer.
Cool, yeah. Kind of give. And plus, think of it kind of like the zoo sometimes. Where if you ever watch the zoo documentaries, and they'll for the big tigers and stuff, they'll wrap their meats and things in various to give them. Basically
enrichment.
Simulate hunting enrichment. This is the kind of stuff they do to simulate enrichment for the pets.
We freeze it so that way their brain is like, oh, how do I get this frozen thing? Ooh, brain freeze.
Yeah, gives them a little challenge, some fun, and cools them off.
It does. We have one of the dogs there. She's I think she was a seal or something in her past life because every time she sees water, she just dives into it, and then
it's a water dog.
She breaks the pool, and then she looks at us like, the pool is broke.
Yeah, well, hey, you guys fix the pool.
My pool is broke.
So that might be a good, if you got a pond or something and you gotta live out in the country and got a pond, that dog might be.
Oh, she would be like, you don't got fishes, you got me. And that would be Holly. She's not very big. She's about 40 pounds, short.
Sounds like a fun dog, though. Yeah, I bet she's like one of those companion dogs that would go with someone. Yeah.
like
if you
her
want a
person
companion.
is her person. You know, when you're with her, she's like, you are my person.
That's what I feel like, and this might be like if you're one of those people that like going this dog, and especially if you like go out to the lake and stuff, and you take the dog with. This dog might be fun to go play fetch with, or throw the frisbee on the lake, or do all that stuff.
She likes to go after the ball, but bringing it back to you, she has no desire for that. She's like, yeah.
You can train that. It can be trained.
It can be.
Yeah.
It really
you just
can
gotta
be.
work with them. You just gotta work
She's
with
just
them.
like, eh.
You can make the rewards big enough; they'll be bringing them back.
I got a T-bone.
That's right.
Medium rare for you.
Next thing you know, they're bringing it back to you when you didn't want it.
yeah, they're bringing you things you did not want.
That's right.
Where did you get that from?
Steak time.
One of our volunteers will go buy cheese cubes.
Okay.
And like when they take them out for walks, they use cheese cubes for treats. And one of the dogs, I think he's like a cheese addict,
Right.
Because he sees her and he sits,
Right.
and he's all.
Well, at least the dog knows it has to get exercise to eat the cheese.
She's like, I walked you just a little bit ago, and
that
he's
might
like,
be your first dog-sized hamster wheel, where you just put the cheese on the string, and
right, and the dog runs. We are 3, 4. I think we're going on week 4 of our dogs out at the Roswell Correctional Center.
Okay, yes, the program there,
Yes.
and it's going well still?
It is going well.
Great. Awesome.
I have a visit tomorrow to go see how they're doing from our last visit. Our last visit when Abby and I went out, they are, in just a short amount of time, they have transitioned to like different dogs.
You're seeing
from
the
what
change in
we
the dog.
saw at the kennels to how they are there. And,
Cool. And I'm gonna. Imagine if you asked the COs, they probably would say the people are doing the same thing.
Well, yes. And she even made a comment that one of the gentlemen, she's like completely different person.
That's
she
such a
said
great
his
idea.
morale is better, and
I've always been a proponent. You could teach more through love sometimes, than especially when a person's had nothing but the other.
right.
Killing them with kindness is sometimes the recipe you need to fix it. So
I like that you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar.
yeah. Especially when someone and I don't know the stories of any of the people in there, but generally when people are in that in the life of crime and been there, they probably were raised in a less than stellar lifestyle, and what you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
And I'm not justifying what they did, but I'm saying if you don't know, you don't know. And sometimes it takes a stubborn path to get you to learn. And if it takes sitting in a jail cell with a dog, and the dog can become integrated in society together between the dog and the human, that's an amazing thing we can put together. So
It
let's
really
do that.
is. And we've gone out, like the first week they were there, we did not go out. We went out on week 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be out tomorrow. So it's week 3. This is week 3. I'll go out tomorrow, and we get like emails or text messages, with, updates on how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the dogs from the beginning, they didn't dislike each other, but they were not best of friends. And they have been able to transition them to where they like each other now.
Sure.
And
they
they're
can coexist.
they're like, hey, you're not so
They're
bad.
not going to go and hang out and play yet. But
They're almost there.
They're almost
and,
there, but they can at least not kill each other at the mere sight or smell of each other.
Yeah, and it's funny because when we went out to go visit last week, a couple of the dogs that we thought would be more reactive to it were like, ha, la, la. And then the ones that were crazy at the kennels are the ones that have been focused on and, are, okay, you want me to sit, shake, roll over?
It's, dogs aren't that different than people when it comes to personality sometimes.
Really?
And I think you're kind of seeing that in that the dogs that are problems, it's not that they're problems, they respond and need attention different than, not probably all that different than the folks that are sitting in jail right now. You know what I mean? And so to me, it's really like, it's like pot, meat, kettle together. We're going to make tea.
Yeah. No, and we've seen, great things, and, we hope that everything stays good and we continue to do it.
Yeah.
Because it is showing to be beneficial for both
Absolutely.
sides.
I hope this program expands and grows and ultimately maybe can solve 2 problems. Let's work on getting, because I would take a stab. At most, some of these guys might get out and guess what? They got a dog they had just adopted. Like that might be, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the timelines and
then I laughed because one of the guards was like, so what we got to do to start doing adoptions?
Yeah.
And, it helps because, they're exposed to different people out there.
And I'm going to take a stab that, the time will tell, numbers will tell, but the people, I'm going to say, if this succeeds and they keep doing this, the people, the revisitation, recidivism rate, whatever that is, that them coming back, the chance of them coming back, I'm going to tell you those stats are going to show that. I'm not going to say every one of them's not going to. There's going to be one it's just life. But by and large, most of those people you'll probably never see in a jail again.
Big fly.
I killed one earlier, and this one I got one earlier, and it's fly season in this building. There's a certain couple weeks every year, and I don't know what happens, but these mutant zombie flies just fly around, and they're as big as battleships, and despite their slowness, they're surprisingly hard to kill. And
yes, yeah, they look like they're doing like dot, and you bring out a fly swatter or something, and they're like turbo.
But here in a week they'll be gone. You'll never see them again for another year. And so I don't know. I don't know if you go down into the dungeons of this building, because there is steps that go to nowhere. If you go down the alley, you go down the steps, and Sean and I'm pretty sure that's where the upside down world is or something down there. I don't know.
Okay.
But wherever it is, I think they release the flies. There's whoever demons down there, release the flies for the 3 week of the Fly Nation. But whatever it is, and that's what we're in right
They
now.
just put them into the air ducts.
Right.
They're like, let's go to the air conditioning and the heater.
Well, that's my theory on it anyway. But anyway, we were talking about the jail, the program here for the pets and for some of the
definitely being beneficial so far. And
I say jail. It's actually at the
correctional center. The prison.
Yeah, the prison, not the jail. I should correct myself on that. So
I don't know if you're behind bars. It's all the same to me,
well, But these are for the people that are there for a year plus, basically. And so if you're anything 364 days and under, I think you're in the jail. If you're more than a year, you go to the prison, basically.
Yep.
I think that's how it works.
I think so too.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
But we have, some other dogs that are at the kennel still.
That are looking for homes.
Yeah. We still have quite a bit of large dogs.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of little dogs because
everyone scoops them up.
Yeah. Little dog comes in and they're like, bye.
But pound for pound, if you want a buddy, it's usually a big dog. It's going to be more buddy. Like little dogs, they're your buddies, but they got a cat gene in them a little bit where they're like, leave me alone, go away, don't touch me.
Yeah, I have one of them.
Well, but we're big dogs.
They're touch me 24/7.
They're kind of up in your grill whether you want them or not. But you want them most of the time.
And it's funny because and then you have the little dog that wants nothing to do with you until you're loving on the big dog, and then she's like, oh
yeah, then they get jealous. Oh yeah, the little dog is a jealous, fickle thing. Yes, absolutely.
Cats, we got cats, oodles of cats. We have a couple of adult cats.
Okay.
One of the adult cats needs to be an only pet.
Okay.
He does not like dogs.
Okay.
Does not like other cats.
So this might be actually one of those good senior cats.
He is a little bit older. He's 5-ish.
So a cat that might be for a well-mobile senior that can change litter and feed this cat and take care of this cat, but needs a companion. That might be
perfect like humans. Mm-hmm. Like he just melts in your arms. You carry him around like a baby.
So if you got like a couple or a single grandma or grandpa living, this might be a good pet for them.
I think he would be very dog-like.
Okay.
Because he kind of has that personality. Like he would greet you when you come home.
Yeah, and this just sounds like it's a good side where, like, if it's a single person living alone, and this, if they're retired, if they got this will give them something to worry about, something to tend after, to you nurture.
Yeah, you gotta feed them, you gotta clean up after them, you gotta scratch the belly.
Yeah.
And his name is Buddy, and he is.
Sounds like, but again, only cat, no pets, no other.
Yes.
Again,
and he's great with kids. He loves kids. Okay. He loves humans.
So if you bring the grandkids by,
just does not care for his own species or other four-legged species.
Gotcha. So, maybe you can get away with a fish tank or something. That might be entertainment for the cat.
Yeah,
Short of that, no other pets.
So we have a single window inside the cat room, which it's a fairly sized window. And in the mornings, we'll open the curtains so that way, the cats have natural sunlight.
Sure.
They can look out. There's a bird that will land on the bars that are on the outside of the window and taunt the cats. It's basically like nanny nanny boo boo.
And I'm sure they're going back crap crazy. Yeah.
One of the cats was like, all right. And so we let them run, and exercise. Well, Bird did not know Kitty was out. And Kitty jumped on counter and hit window. Obviously, cat's fine. But the bird's like, oh my God, it's going to get me. And then the bird hasn't been there for a while.
Lesson learned.
Probably not, but it's like I'm just gonna give this a break.
But that's cats love their Reba. That's her. Like she'll sit on our patio. Like we have a sliding door that goes out to our patio, and she'll sit in that thing, and that's her TV. She'll sit there and watch like, birds or whatever's going on out there.
Squirrels.
Other cats sometimes.
Yeah. But we have a lot of cats that are really sweet, really.
It sounds like you said like a lot of young cats too. I mean, we have a couple male or adults, but
out of the total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adult cats and I think 22 kittens.
Okay, and the kittens are fun. If you want
and
to get
they
there.
range from 10 weeks of age up to about 6 months. So.
Like if you're trying to mold the cat into your kind of personality, that's best as a kitten. They'll kind of. I mean, all cats will.
I'm gonna say whoever can mold a cat to their personality is like the kitty whisperer because cats are their own.
They are, but they will jive to your routine.
They will.
Once they know, like Reba, I've just because now I've got she's been left just several months or whatever long she's been with us here, but
almost a year.
Yeah, I guess
now.
It's been almost a year, but we're kind of been learning her tells and her whole thing, and it's just kind of funny where she's like I've figured out her love moves when she when greetings. We come home, they're always 99% of the time they come to greet. To me, this is the trained behavior. This is how you. This is the cat training that they understand and do. I mean, they're doing it because they want to. And I'll admit, some days they're like, yeah, you meet me over the chair here. I'm not going to. But a lot of times they're at the door and ready to go. But I've noticed, like, the pecking order, I have to pet Bella first and Reba's gotten that now. She's like, I can't muscle in or Reba,
Right.
But Reba's move now is she'll come and try to lure me to where the carpet and the tile, and she goes to the carpet. And then she'll be like, she does this crazy, and then flops on the ground. And once she flops on the ground, that's her code for love on me. And
so she chirps at you.
Yeah, but she does this. She's like, and fall over.
I know, like the video is an AI video, but it's a funny video. It's like 4 different birds. And they're sitting on like a couch or something, and the guy's got a water bottle.
Yeah.
And he sprays them, and then like the birds, like they play dead. Well, the last bird is like the most dramatic bird.
I think I've seen the video you're talking about now.
It's the little green bird. He spins around on one foot, and he's got his wings out, and he's all, and then he falls over, and then he like convulses, and I was like, okay, I know it's AI, but that is extremely funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think
that's
I did
Reba.
see the video. Yeah, that is Reba's kind of But she has slowly, like things she didn't like. She don't jump on the counter anymore. Like I've gotten once in a while she gets excited, but she knows better and she knows no now. And like we have the squirt bottle. I think I've only used it once or twice on her in like our whole time. But it's the show. Like if she's getting up, like Kim will be doing something, and that's the moment that she's up in there, and she's like, no, get down, and she won't do it. And finally, because Reba's being Reba, and all I do now is I just pull the bottle and go like this, and she's like, oh, all right, and then gets down.
She's like, I guess.
But that's how you train a cat, weirdly enough.
Yeah, water.
And you don't have to even hit them. You just kind of spray it in your mouth. Woo, what was that? I don't know, I'm out. So that's, if I'm mad, I'll hit them. But usually I just kind of shoot them by their face or something.
So,
but they got me mad. I'm hitting them a shot right in the side there of water.
My dogs are like, oh, you're spraying me with the water bottle? Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they don't respond the same way.
No, they're like, oh, you're cute. It's hot outside. That feels kind of good.
Yeah, most dogs are like, ooh, we're playing. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, the cat's different. But yes, they very much. But when they are kittens, they're more moldable because they're more playful. They're more now. Granted, but the kittens do everything hard and then they crash out. Like they're gonna run 1,000 miles an hour and then crash out. They're going to eat a gallon of food and crash out. You know, that's just how they do everything to extremes.
Everything is full force, 10,000 miles an hour, and then, I got to stop.
But the funny part is they fall asleep in the weirdest places. Like, they'll be up on the cat thing, and I've literally see her, I'm like, she's about to fall off. Like, 3/4 of her is not laying on things. And she's just there.
Oh God, if we could yard sell out like that and not wake up with like your back in a crick, that would be great.
Yeah, but she's a trip, and so. But anyway, cats are great. I'm a cat. You know, I love dogs. I love all pets. I'm an equal opportunity. But I didn't get cats till as a adult because as a kid my dad was allergic, my brother's allergic, so I never had cats in the house.
You can ferret.
Yeah.
And those things are funny. Anything shiny they collect and then they go hide it.
My knowledge of ferrets is the movie The Beastmaster. He had the 2 ferrets, Frodo and Kodo. That's what I know about ferrets. And they were his thieves. They used to steal like jewelry or whatever he needed. He'd send his ferrets and they'd go and.
Mm-hmm.
But
and that is accurate.
Yeah.
Ferrets are thieves. Thrift store really quick.
Yes, please. No, we have some time. I know we've been storytelling.
Halloween costumes.
It is the season.
It is the season.
I know it's not quite September yet, but you can't even go into the stores without seeing Halloween costumes and candy and all the stuff out.
They have so much Halloween stuff that they decided to bring it out extra early. They have Halloween decor.
Good deal.
The little lights for like decoration of windows.
I'm telling you, if you're one of those people that go all out for Halloween and spend a ton of cash, go to the thrift store. You could probably buy half of that stuff equally in good shape or brand new for a third of the price it is brand new at the store.
A ton of that little fake spider webbing.
Yeah, those pumpkins, lights, all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a baker's rack.
Okay.
They have an antique vanity.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So probably worth some money, like if you priced it. Maybe I could go to antique stores and stuff.
I don't know what you priced it at, but a 32-inch flat screen TV. It is one of the older styles, so you would need like a Fire Stick or something to connect it.
It's a flat screen, but if you have a Fire Stick, they said USB you can pop in and it's just like a regular smart TV.
Yep. 2 wheelchairs. Sorry.
No, I get it.
And then there is a lift chair. However, the lift chair does not have the cord. We looked it up. You can get them on Amazon. They're not very expensive. She has $100 for the lift chair because it does not have the cord.
Okay. Now you probably get the lift that for $30-$40 probably.
Yeah, they're not very expensive.
Yeah. Just make sure it's the right.
Those lift chairs are very expensive.
Yeah, those are thousands of dollars, and so if you can shell out a $50 cord or whatever they cost, then you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And especially if because I know some people need them, but their insurance doesn't qualify for them, and so they're trying to get them and can't. This might serve as a substitute to your insurance. Finally, coughs up your money for a new chair, kind of thing.
Whatever. Whenever insurance wants to cough up money, that's funny. School's back in session, so of course we got all the formal gowns.
Okay.
A lot of formal gowns, really, really pretty.
Yeah, I guess
ones
it is
too.
homecoming season, right? Yeah, this would be homecoming season for because all the schools will be doing homecoming here in October.
Yeah, isn't it mid-9 weeks or like around the 9-week time?
Yeah, it's usually it's like late September, early October. I think usually they do homecoming. So yeah.
Throw pillows. She's got all the throw pillows for $1.
Okay.
A bunch of women's jeans, Hollister, Aeropostale, and American Eagle.
Okay, so those are top name brands.
Yes.
Are they still? I don't know. I'm not
Still
a fashionista. They were one in the 90s. I don't know.
They are. They are. I don't buy them, but they are.
Right, I didn't know. I'm slightly behind in my what's up with fashion. I'm like, they still wear Bugle Boy.
No, we got Jinko. Oh man. I haven't seen Jinko jeans and Bugle Boys in forever. John was laughing the other day. He's like, look what I found on Amazon. I was like, you will not. Men's slacks and jeans.
Okay.
So if you need like some nicer clothes for work or just want some nice jeans.
Absolutely.
They got some.
And again, instead of paying $30-$40 for them, you're paying what, $5-$10?
No,
whatever,
yes. She has a bunch of the adult disposable diapers.
Okay.
Like
obviously not you.
No. No. I think that we'd have a different conversation if somebody was bringing them used.
Right.
Sorry. She's got quite a bit of those that have come in. Kitchenware. Everybody needs stuff for the kitchen.
Yep.
And kids are going to college.
Yeah.
You need stuff to set them up in their dorms. Tupperware. You don't want to go spend lots of money on it. You send it with your kids, the butter bowl and the beans.
You know what? You mentioned the cookware. So pull back the curtain. My wife bought a new cookware set here, and so we gave the old set to the first sold at the thrift store. But I'm not gonna lie, this cookware set's nice. I like it, but it doesn't have an omelet pan. And I gave away my 2 omelet pans. I'm like, now I need an omelet pan. So I might go back and buy my omelet pan or buy.
I'm like, hey, do you remember that set I brought? It had an omelet pan in it. I just need that back.
I want to buy that back.
Lots and lots of omelet pans. No. Wall decor. We always have a lot of wall decor. And sometimes wall decor is really, really popular. Sometimes it's not. So it's hit or miss. But we do
come back every week. That's be part of the 10 o'clock club on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Because
Roswell Donuts is back open. They're back in town, so you could go there and sweet your way in.
You could be new president of the 10 o'clock club and bring up donuts and coffee.
I like cinnamon rolls with maple. I'm not a big, huge sweet person, but I love maple cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
It's just something. It reminds me of my mom.
They're like, I'm not a sweets person, but everyone loves donuts. You know what I mean? It's just something about a donut, whether it's a cinnamon roll, but any kind of that pastry is people, whether it's a bear claw or that brand of thing. You know, everyone can't say no.
I'm not even hungry now. That sounds good. And dog harnesses. So we get quite a bit of stuff from Petco donated for us to use for the dogs and cats. And then some of them, we get donated from other people. Yeah. And eventually we get a pretty decent stock, so we'll funnel some over to the thrift shop for them to offer for other people at a lower cost. Yeah. So if you need a new dog harness, she's got a nice little stash now.
And they break all the time. That's what that happens.
They do.
Yeah, they do. Especially, you got a strong dog on your hands that, eventually they're going to win. That thing will break.
They're going to keep at it.
Yeah, they're persistent.
We had a dog not so long ago. It didn't matter what style of harness we put her in. She could get one of her legs out and then up. So she would be stuck like this. And she would do it because she didn't want to wear the harness.
Please tell me the dog's name's Houdini.
No, it was Sadie. But we did call her Sadie Houdini.
Sadie Houdini.
Sadie Houdini, because the second you, crack the gate, she's like, bye. She was like a mouse, too. She could squeeze through and run.
That's funny.
But yeah, she would get herself wedged, and then she'd look at you like, oh, see, I can't walk. You got to carry me because I'm stuck.
Oh, look, I'm a victim.
I did it to myself, but I'm a victim. Yeah. Yes, I can see that.
Dogs play that well.
They really do.
But that's the beauty of owning a pet.
It really is.
That's
and
the
then
fun part. They're dogs. They such personality. Cats too. They all have great personalities, and they make a family better. It's just if you do it right. If you treat them like the member of family, I guarantee it'll make your family dynamic better. You're going to be like, why? How did we live without a pet in our house? It's just added so much to our family.
It is. It's different. I've had my pets where they stayed with my sister for a little bit and come home and it's just eerily quiet.
Oh yeah.
Even when the dogs are laying there sleeping, not doing anything, the fact that they're there and I could hear them snoring is enough.
Right.
But when they're not there and there's no snoring, you're like, Wow.
Yeah, I know. Anytime any of our pets stayed overnight in the vet for whatever reason, like a stay or spare, like Sissy, for instance, when she was having some of her tumors, and so we had some of them removed, and she was in the hospital. But like the day or two we didn't have her, it's always weird. You walk in, it's like, why did I? Oh, she usually greets me. She's right here.
Yeah.
It's and
your routine is broken, and then you're
and
like,
of course, when I lost Sissy, that's a whole other thing. But that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Losing an animal is definitely the hard part about having an animal.
Oh, absolutely.
Having a pet, having a family member. But something that, I always tell everybody is I wish we could have the same compassion towards humans that we do have towards animals.
Sure.
Where if they have a illness or something that is very awful.
When you're done, you're done. It's time to,
and you've made your mind up.
Yeah.
We could humanely, euthanize people that are ill.
Maybe not Kevorkian style, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I get what you're saying. When it's,
if we could have
people have the freedom to choose to say,
I don't want to do that.
I'm done fighting.
Yeah. I wish we could have that.
If you can't be a pet owner or anything, you can support by making donations. That's a great way to help out, whether it's food or litter or monetary donations. All of that is always beneficial to the Humane Society.
Our PayPal's broke.
That being said,
So
check your money order, please.
If you're going online and you're trying to do like an online donation, I spent quite a bit of time on the phone with PayPal yesterday trying to resolve the issue. It's still not resolved. So for the time being right now, any donations, check money order in person.
Okay.
But we have technical issues that we're trying to get technical fixed.
Absolutely. Well, this is a nonprofit organization, and you get the dogs and the cats get taken care of priority, and
Yeah.
There's not always IT people to be just waiting at the moment's beckons nose to call to help you out do these things.
No, and then me, because, I'm the one, hey, we're having this problem. Well, are you listed? Yes, I'm listed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we show your name on two things. Well, I have my own personal stuff, too. Well, which one are you calling about? The business one.
Right, the one that's not personal.
I called the business phone. Oh. Well, let me transfer you.
Right.
But we do have other ways of donations. Cat litter is always a great donation.
Absolutely. And don't worry about expensive fancy, just the cheap non-clumping, basically cement bag mix of cat litter is fine.
We've been having people get them at Sam's Club, the 52-pound bag of non-clumping.
Okay.
Only $11.
Oh, wow. So that'd be perfect. Yeah.
And it... Honestly, this might sound horrible, but one bag lasts us a day and a half.
That's great.
So...
Well, if you don't realize how much... Because they change the litter every day.
Yes.
And they use... by the way, if you happen to get donations of like old Coca-Cola boxes, that's what they use for litter boxes. Bring them by. They use them all the time. But they basically throw all that out. So and that's to keep health and sanitation, so we're not spreading diseases and everything on these cats and all that. So for that reason, that's why we tell you don't buy fancy cat litter, because it's literally going to get thrown out after it's peed on or pooped on.
No, the only time that we normally use the fancy litter is if we have an animal that has an issue that we're
trying to diagnose a medical problem or something like that.
And then
so if you do have some, like a half a bag or whatever, bring it by. They'll keep it on store and for those. But if you're going out to buy it, just buy just go to Sam's or just buy the cheapo stuff.
Cheap, non-clumping cat litter. We use baking soda inside it to help with odor and try to keep, kitty odors down. Because when you get a lot of cats in a small area...
It's a lot of poop.
It's a lot of ammonia.
As an owner of 2 cats, I know they're pooping machines.
Yes, they are. But
you're looking at me like, how do you make that much poop that size?
If you've recently tried to do an online donation and it's giving you an error, we're trying to get it fixed. Just be patient, because trying to get through to some of these places is...
Yep. Technology, it's great when it works. When it's not, you want to shoot it in the head.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
And then, of course, the thrift store is, of course, they are closed Monday and Tuesday for restock and all that. Wednesday, that's why we say the 10 o'clock club. That's when they have the new stuff. So if you want to see what's new on the shelves, Wednesday at 10 o'clock is when they open, when the new stuff will be up there. And then you can shop Wednesday through Saturday. And then Wednesday through Saturday there, and do all your shopping needs.
And then if you have donations and you're, not able to bring it down, talk to Camille. Camille schedule a pickup, and then that way we guarantee that the donation is going where it's needed and it's not being left outside for somebody to remove it.
Unfortunately, not everyone plays nice, and we have to do things to deal with that, and this is one of them. So please call ahead. And but if you do have a donation, and Camille will work hand in hand with you to come pick it up or do whatever it is, because they do appreciate it. But because of this, we can't just unfortunately let you drop it off and be good with it, because 99.9% of the time it will not be where it needs to be. So,
no.
Yeah. And then, like you said, RoswellHumane.org. If you want to see what pets are looking for homes and all that, there is if you see not available next to their name, that's because they're in quarantine. It's not because they're adopted. They just are trying to make weight, or they're new and they're separated till they figure out they got all their shots and whatever.
What we've been trying to do is, like any of them that were pending an adoption, we try to put pending next to it.
Okay.
It's a new thing we're trying to get into the habit of doing.
Okay.
So that way, people that are out of town, they can see that as well.
Okay.
But when it says available soon, that just means, quarantine, vaccinations, make sure it's healthy, up to weight.
Yeah, making sure it can be taken home.
And then whenever they're out of quarantine and they're ready for adoption, that comes off, and then there we go.
Please note, they do have rules on adoption for cats and dogs, and very strict on that. But also note, every single pet that you adopt from the Humane Society here in Roswell will be either spayed or neutered, so it will go to the vet of your choosing. Also has to be microchipped, regardless if you live in Roswell or not. If you're adopting from within city limits, by law, they have to abide by those ordinances, and the ordinance in Roswell says that dog or cat has to be chipped.
Yes,
so,
and a current rabies.
Yeah, and obviously, yes, the make sure your dog's not or cat's not going to get me sick.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Well, good deal. Did we get it all?
I think so.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you here next time, and stay cool.
I know.
I keep thinking maybe it'll get cool one week, but it ain't happened yet, so I don't know. So, all right, 9:55. Let's pause for news and a quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump is heading west to raise money for Republicans ahead of the midterms. The president headed to Houston, Texas tonight for an RNC fundraiser. On Friday, he's scheduled to head for the Johnson Space Center to meet with the NASA administrator. The president will also award the Congressional Space Medal of Honor to the Artemis II crew who traveled to the moon and back. Canadian military spending is on the rise, with companies expanding into defense contracting now. One company known for luxury parkas is now making high-tech military gear. The Canadian government is investing billions to reduce reliance on American suppliers. There's a move underway to name an airport after the late country music icon Dolly Parton. Fans circulating a petition to rename Nashville International Airport to Dolly Parton International. Dolly was born east of Knoxville and became a megastar in Nashville, where she lived for most of her life. This is SRN News.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're going up to about 100, and it should stay sunny. We have a little system rolling through overnight that may bring us a few showers or thunderstorms, and we're down around 70 on the low. Right back to sunny weather on Friday, upper 90s to about 100. We're expecting highs near 100 on Saturday, and then we get low 100s on Sunday. We'll stay sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Shares of chipmaker NVIDIA are flying high, advancing more than 7% pre-market after its latest quarterly earnings beat Wall Street's expectations thanks to strong demand for its advanced artificial intelligence chips. NVIDIA's latest quarterly results blew the doors off Wall Street's forecast. The company reports a net income topping $59.5 billion. Revenue more than doubled from a year earlier to $96 billion. Canadian military spending is surging, with companies expanding into defense contracting. Wuxley, known for luxury parkas, is now turning out high-tech military gear. Meta agrees to pay up to $18 billion and add stronger child safety measures to its Facebook and Instagram platforms, part of a landmark legal settlement with 48 states. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Grab your dancing boots and gear up for 2 nights of live music and fun coming to downtown Artesia. The 11th annual Red Dirt Black Gold Music Festival hits September 25th and 26th. It all gets underway on Friday night with Heritage Night featuring El Instinto de Chihuahua. The party continues on Saturday with music by the Delk Band.
Where did I go wrong? Did I wait too long?
The Wilder Blue.
Rio River Blue, Palomino Gold.
Logan Ryan Band.
Oh, so put out my Tacovas and them turquoise rings you like.
And Pecos and the Rooftops.
For him writing this damn song, but I guess I'm okay.
Plus the New Mexico Brewfest, the Oil Field Cook-Off, local food trucks, vendors, and activities for all ages. Gates open at 4, but the fun's gonna last all night. The 11th annual Red Dirt Black Gold Music Festival, September 25th and 26th in downtown Artesia. Come on down and kick the dust up. And paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Hey, Roswell, time is running out to cash in on some of the biggest savings of the season. The loan and lease termination sales event is happening right now at Roswell Ford. Drive away with a truckload of savings in a brand new Ford F-Series pickup with financing as low as 0% APR and make no payments for 90 days. Upside down in your current car, truck, or SUV and want out early? Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to get you out of your trade, even if you owe up to $10,000 more than it's worth. Have less than perfect credit? Roswell Ford works with a network of aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Get on board at Roswell Ford during our loan and lease termination event and get huge savings on all new F-Series trucks, America's top selling pickup in each of the past 49 years. 821 North